share it. And then she's like, then she starts reading the comment, and I was like, great.
Yeah.
We done drawn.
We got somebody going,
soccer
actually.
Yeah.
It's a legit comment, though, not from someone we know.
It was someone giving
this is an outsider?
Yeah, and it was a serious comment, like
explaining why they take the Viagra.
Yeah, clarifying.
The real reason why they do it.
That's so awesome, though, that we got.
It is.
I can't believe it.
So,
that's a landmark moment for us.
It's because James hashtags soccer. And that's the other thing. Austin's like, this thing's got like 30,000 views or something like that. And I'm like, what?
Yeah, look, I know. I'm not going to pick the best hashtag and all that crap. But
clearly you did.
Did you?
Oh, well.
Did you at least hashtag journeyman just to see if somebody
I will when
commented
I get there.
on that?
I will when I get there. I'm starting with the earlier episodes minus the one that shall not be named anymore. And working my way up. That way we don't run out since we're so slight.
All right. Well, either way, I'm excited. I'm gonna go back and look at it. Was it on YouTube?
No, it was on Instagram.
Is that where we?
Yeah.
It has nine hearts, one comment, and two people have shared it.
Bye.
No, but anyways, so yeah, shout out to Jack Thomas Ferris for the comment, our first comment on Instagram
for pointing out how big a dumbass.
Yeah, shout out to Jack Ferris. Thanks, dude.
Appreciate the info.
Keep coming with them.
Yes.
Keep coming with them. Find something every week to either explain to us that maybe we didn't know, or just rip on us for us having a terrible take about whatever the subject might be.
Because John
just
won't
comment
see
with
it.
anything.
Yeah,
John's not going to see it, so.
Yeah, and thanks for clarifying, although I got to say that was the extent of our knowledge of soccer, is that,
that was it.
DJ heard that they take Viagra. But, I mean, thanks for letting us know, because that is interesting.
And it still stands, then, that Kansas City has not yet weighed in on the fact that we had not nice things to say about their town and the soccer being there, and or the food that may be being served there while people are there. So
if you ask me, that's confirmation.
Maybe Jack knows someone from,
If you ask me, that's confirmation that Kansas City sucks and they can't make barbecue.
Please tell me Jack's from Kansas City. And he just chose to not even answer it. He was just like, they're right. I got nothing to say about that.
Yeah, man.
Yep. But that's good. That's good. I don't want to discuss those things I think it's like it's like a silent agreement between us. But it did get us our first comment. So good job, James. And let's just stop talking about it. We did. Yeah, the things that I've tried. So yesterday we did a live fantasy football draft at one of the local establishments, and what I tried to do is they gave us access to all the TVs in the place, which right away, this group is a lot. I mean, it's similar to our group. It's like, you don't want to give us access to all your TVs. if you're gonna have other customers in here, like, it'll probably start out okay, but there's only so many drinks, and then here's a funny thing. So the room that we rented had like it cost nothing to rent it, but it was you had a minimum, right? You had to spend X amount of dollars. So we weren't even close. We were like, man, that's going to be easy to hit. And we didn't. So in the end, man, things just started flying. And for whatever reason, as things go this way, the thing that started racking up our bill that finally got us to hit the mark was ordering rounds of prickly pear margaritas. I don't know who started that, but they were all purple. So we're all sitting around and it's just a bunch of purple drinks. Now, once them started flowing, that's when having access to them TVs, I could tell in their eyes. They were like, we need to pull that privilege because they're doing, but anyways, it got a little crazy, but up until that point, yeah, they had, I don't know, call it a dozen TVs. And I kind of hijacked like 4 or 5 of them and tried to put the Deep Burn logo up on it. And I don't know. I get, it doesn't do much when I think about it now. I mean, it says what it is. I guess you could go search for it, but I need a logo, James, that has the where you go for things type thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a,
Yeah.
a
Get on that.
logo, so you put it up on, yep, and then people can see too. Oh, it's that. I can go see it here, there, or whatever. So
Can do.
yeah, so maybe we do that. Maybe that's how I can help. Because I do throw it out there. I do
Yes, you
some of
do.
the mock drafts. Yeah, I do some of the mock drafts, some of the card breaks, and I always try to throw the deep burn thing out there. But like I said, people are seeing it and they're like, I don't know what that is. So
Yeah.
anyways,
I ain't got time to check that out.
but it was fun. And I guess just even talking about that is fantasy football. We go into the draft, and here's what I found out about myself. If I overstudy, and not even overstudy, if I study once, and you know what? It's kind of similar to this podcast, because if you decide like, all right, I want this to go well and we're really going to try, and you try to put work into it, it's the worse the outcome is. And I've found that long ago, not just now, long ago with myself, like best thing to do with a fantasy football draft is just roll right into it. Don't think about it. Don't do nothing. Roll right into it. So what we did this year is it's a 12-team league, and we instituted or implemented a tight end spot, which we've never had in the last 8 years, which doesn't change a whole lot. But then we did a keeper league. And I was suddenly reminded of when you do a keeper league, it sounds fun, but now you're in round 2 and everyone's already gone. So you're like,
Yeah.
oh, why'd we do a keeper league? So my keeper, and I had a few that were like value picks. So the one that I can't even argue that I shouldn't have done that I was going to do was Drake. Drake May went undrafted last year. I picked him up. He finished as like the number 2 fantasy QB. I could have kept him in the 13th round. Didn't. Quinshawn Judkins, again, who ain't like a beast, but I could have kept him in the 11th round still with their ADPs. I mean, it was like extra value on both them guys. Who did I keep? And it's not even just who did I keep and where did I keep him. It's who did I keep? I kept George Pickens in the 5th round was my keeper because that's where I got him last year, and he had a big year. So in all my thinking and overthinking, I was like, all right, I'm keeping Pickens in the 5th, and I'm going to grab a receiver in the 1st, and then I'm going to hammer out 3 running backs, and then I got Pickens. Anyway, all in all, it went pretty good. And I'll just tell you, with Pickens being my number 5 pick, I ended up with James Cook, Devon Achane, Nico Collins, Bucky Irving, and George Pickens, I guess, is my top 5, and then I ended up with Burrow as my quarterback. And I mean, if Burrow can actually stay on the field for a season, I mean, that's a fine pick. I got nothing, there's nothing wrong with the pick. It's just.
He's taking them to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. And then late after that, it was just your typical, I did pick up Kenyon Sadiq or whatever from the Jets, the tight end. Is that his name? Kenyon Sadiq?
Yeah, something like that.
So took a flyer on a tight end. We'll see how that goes, but I waited way late. And then picked up our man Baker Mayfield as my secondary in case Burrow goes down. I got Baker like back there in like the 13th. Either way, there's nothing more fun than doing a live fantasy draft. Like, I love doing that stuff. It's so fun. I mean, I could do them over and over and over. So the only thing with me, like I said, is I do go in. I'm that guy. I've done 20 mock drafts prior to going in there. I've changed my keeper 19 times. I come in with a printout. I come in with a backpack. So I got my laptop. I got some printouts. And I went with the Fantasy Nerds this year as my I've never used them before. No, the glasses. No. Although I guess they could. I guess it ties in, but yeah, no, they didn't. I'm just saying I went with the Fantasy Nerds. I don't know why. As I was going down through, I never like ESPN's rankings. No hate, I guess, to ESPN and your rankings, but I always think their rankings are like, and then I'll look at like Fantasy Pros and CBS and all these other ones, and I don't know, none of them I liked really. And then I got down to the Fantasy Nerds, and I liked it because they had George Pickens ranked really high, and it made me feel good about my keeper. So Sorry, DJ, but here's to CD being hurt again this year, because when he is hurt, Pickens is stud. So if, you know what, to go back to one of your takes on a previous episode is, did you vote for Dak as the MVP?
No, I said he
Or
would
was
have
it
the
he'll
most
be
passing
the
yards.
leading Okay. So here's to you being right about that. I need him to have the most passing yards. So, and I'm good with
Let's
that
do
because
it.
he can have the most passing yards and they
Shut
can
up.
still be.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Shut
so,
up.
that don't bother me that he gets that. So I
Yeah.
did hate doing. Go ahead.
I mean, other than when he tried to snap his own foot off, I think he gets
Why we
pretty
gotta keep
close to
bringing
that
that
every
up?
year.
Like, why do we?
Because
keep
it's one of
bringing it
the. That's one of the better things anyone's ever seen in their life.
up? No, it's not.
I mean, not a Cowboys fan. I'm just saying anyone
No,
other
yeah.
than when a Cowboys quarterback, and it don't matter who it is. I mean, it happened to be Dak, but it don't matter who it is. If it's a Cowboys quarterback and he's grabbing his own leg and beating it on the turf, trying to knock an ankle back into place, that's a great day for a lot of other people, DJ.
Okay. Haters.
But anyway, what I was gonna say, and then I was gonna get into a question for you guys, but I hated, and it worked out this year. We just had to do it this way, but I hated doing it. We did it August 16th. That was yesterday. Hated doing it early. We typically, I try to wait until that last weekend because you just never know.
Yep.
As of right now, there
injuries.
yeah, exactly right. Are we going to talk the Nick Scorton thing again? Because you got to draft a whole defense, DJ.
No. I saw that that Love has a high ankle sprain and Brees Hall has an injury.
Yep.
I mean, not major injuries, but
groin injury.
Yep, but those
Groin injury,
things
though.
linger. Yeah, that's I
Yes, they do.
agree. I hate drafting early.
Yep.
The closer to the season, the better. Even if they all have to be done in the same weekend, like just one after another.
Yep. Well, and just talking about those injuries, so Brees Hall was a groin injury, which, I mean, can linger like anything else, but the one to be more concerned about, if you have him, would be the Jeremiah Love one, because high ankle sprains them things are not good to start with. And you see those a lot of times, even when the guy finally does come back, because they'll make it seem very minuscule at first, like, oh, he's going to be ready for week 1. Next thing you know, it's week 4. The guy still hasn't played. Now he's coming back week 5. He plays 8 plays and he's out till week 10. And it's like, oh man. So I would be very concerned about the high ankle sprain, not so much the groin. Although same thing, it can linger, but yeah, I hate it.
I didn't understand why. Arizona, like, I guess they didn't really have him out there for a ton of time, but after I saw him run like 2 or 3 times, and I was like, yep, he's going to be good. Might as well just go ahead and put him back on the sidelines. Like, there's no reason to keep running him. And they just left him out there, kept on going. Like, I just didn't, I don't know.
Because it's Arizona.
Like they're trying to, we're going to win the Super Bowl. We got to get him ready.
It's not just that. And here's one. Okay. So with this situation too, this is one of them. And I'm going to bring this right into the beginning of postseason or the end of the regular season. Is you're kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't as a team in these situations, because if you don't want to play a player because you don't want to risk injury, right? Then maybe this player's just ice cold. I mean, just not really all that good. Right. The same thing goes into effect for these teams that would go. And I remember the Colts and Peyton Manning being like infamous for this. You get in, you've already got the division won by a landslide in week 14. So they would take the last 2 weeks off and then get a week 1 bye. And then now it's been a month before they played any football, smoked in the first round. So, and I'm just saying, when I say damned if you do, damned if you don't, it's one of the things where it's like, you don't want to risk injury, unnecessary injury, but at the same time, you got to think about like, okay, but we don't want people getting rusty. You know, we don't want, I guess, player. And like I said, the Colts did that. We'd have to go back and fact check the amount of times, but I know it was 2 or 3 times because I remember it happening. And I remember them coming out and literally they'd have like a 1 month break just because they did so well during the regular season. So as a rookie, Jeremiah Love, especially when that's your stud. I mean, hell, on that team, he's the biggest name on the team.
Yeah.
And I would say maybe Marvin Harrison Jr., but I mean, he hadn't really done what they thought he would do, I guess, in his first couple years. So right now, Jeremiah Love's like your number one guy, and you want to put him out there because he's a rook and you want to get him a little playing time. But yeah, at the same time, you got to be biting all your nails off every time he takes a hand off because you're like, man, this sucks. So I don't know. I don't know what I would do in that situation, I guess, because like I said, I would be thinking on both sides of it. And I don't know. Like I said, if the guy goes out there and he plays preseason, he doesn't get hurt and he does well, everyone's praising you for it. He goes out there, plays a little bit and get hurt, everybody's telling you you're an idiot for playing him. So that goes back, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't, because you're either a genius if it works or you're an idiot if it don't. Like there's no middle ground there. You just got to roll them dice. So, but so we're going into we've obviously had the Hall of Fame game. This was preseason week 1 this past weekend. I don't know if games are still going on, but you don't get a whole lot of the starters playing. But now coming into this next week, week 2, we'll get a little more. That might be the week where you see some guys playing like a full quarter, or something like that. Or even if they don't in the next week, week 3, that is definitely where you'll get some like significant playing time for your starters. Because week 4, no starters will play. Week 4 is final roster cutting time. So you see nobody. So we got these next couple weeks to kind of see them guys. But I'm very nervous again with the roster, like I had told you guys earlier. Very nervous for all them guys because every time there's like breaking news or I'm watching NFL Live, I'm like, please don't be one of my guys. Please don't be hurt. So Joe Burrow, here's for me too. There's a couple people that have been, and I call it my blacklist. I guess that I don't have no other name for it, but there's only been 2 people ever blacklisted for me in fantasy football. And now that I say that, I can't even remember who the first one was. I just remember there was 2. But the second one was Eli Manning. Eli Manning was the second one because he was a guy for me that if I didn't have him, he did just fine. If I had him, he was terrible. So Joe Burrow gets one last shot with me. I've never had him in fantasy. This is the year, but I've seen him in fantasy, obviously, over the last couple years. So this is his one shot with me. Burrow, you get hurt this year, you are blacklisted, and you're on a list with Eli Manning and one other unknown person that maybe I'll remember at some future date. But either way, it's a list you don't want to be on. In case you're concerned that the Acme Packing Company fantasy football team will never pick you again, I won't. You're done. You get this one shot. So, Joe, stay on your feet. Quit wearing backless tuxedos. And come on, man, let's just go out and play some football. You know who I had the hardest time? Yeah, you know who I had the hardest time not drafting? And just think about this for a second. And this is new for me, but it's a quarterback. I'll give you that. Hardest time not drafting. And I didn't. But, man, I kept seeing his name, and it was so hard not to scoop him up. Any guesses? You each get a guess.
Cam Ward.
No.
Yeah.
Jared Goff.
Y'all came up with some weird selections. No, it was Jackson Dart because I am literally, I ain't kidding. We can go back to the whole break thing. Man, I'm on a Jackson Dart train. I always have these players that don't play for the Pack. There's been so many of them that I still like till today, but just players that I love the player, even though they don't play for my team, and I don't root for their team. It's just the player. He's quickly ascending to that. Matt Forte was one. Chad Ochocinco was one. I'm just saying these were guys that played for other teams that I just like them. So Jackson Dart, so hard for me not to draft him. I kept seeing him sit there, and I was wanting to leave like good meat on the bone, for running backs and wide receivers to just go out and snag this guy. So Jackson, do good, man. Prove me right. I want him to have a big year. I really do.
I do remember you being all about Forte, and I was too. I liked him a lot too. You may be letting the rips influence you on Dart, but
Okay.
then again, I'm not
You
the
know what?
NFL guy, so maybe
Mm.
I'm under.
I'm not going to say I'm not. I guess I can't deny it. Maybe that has some, maybe it does. But I really do like the guy. And I have no other reason other than the breaks, actually. So I can't deny it right now, but I'm going to try my best to come up with a legitimate reason. Well, you know what? I can actually throw a little bit of one out. I do like that he came from Ole Miss. Again, we've already had this talk when we were talking college football. Ole Miss is just a likable team. The fact that he came from Ole Miss and now he's just like getting ripped out of these breaks, tons of autos, you know, maybe that has something to do with it. Either way, Jackson, I'm a fan right now. I'm a fan, and I'm a fan to a point to where if this guy has a good year and he actually starts showing that maybe he's going to make a lot of noise in this league, yeah, Jackson Dart jersey, that's one I'm getting. Season 2 of Deep Burn, if Jackson has a good year this year, Jackson Dart jersey.
Or if you
We're
pull
doing
or if you pull a patch auto.
Or if I pull an RPA Jackson Dart, get out of the way. Yeah.
Oh yeah. The other day you said you went and got a hobby box of those.
Yeah, we did.
What'd
So,
you end up pulling? Anything big?
Again, this is another one of those things
Sorry
where
to throw us off.
no, it's not throwing us off at all. This is another one of those things where I mean, I guess we can mention, like I was asking you guys pre-show, like, are we able to mention things, talk about them? Like, what are we able? And we've had this discussion a few times of like, what is okay? And so we go down, and the reason I say this because I'm going to give this guy a shout out, and I'm also going to let him know that I did so. But this place is in Aurora, Colorado. It's called Mike Stadium Cards or Mike Stadium something. Sorry, Mike. Anyway, when I walk in
I'm
there,
gonna give him a shout out. I want to jack his name up.
I'm pretty sure it's just like Mike Stadium Cards or Mike Stadium memorabilia.
He's messing up the name for trademark purposes. That way we can't.
If you look up, yes, exactly. I'm just being smart. If you look up Mike Stadium in Aurora, Colorado, it's going to come up. There can't be too many of those, but
okay.
We go in there, and here's how you knew it was cool. For one, well, a couple things. For one, I'm searching for a Resurgence hobby box for my son. That's what he wanted for his birthday. And these things they're tough to find right now because the Resurgence just came out. They're kick-ass cards. Everybody's buying them. So I'm calling around all over the place, looking on the internet, trying to see where I can order one from. And there were several places, but this one was local-ish to where we could drive and go pick it up. So I called down there. I'm like, hey, do you guys got these Resurgence hobby boxes? He's like, yeah, I got 3 left. And the price was awesome too, by the way, for what I was finding it at other places, including one of the bigger online retailers that everyone in this world uses that shows up at your house every day. They had it for $130 more, which is crazy because they're typically really good on the price. So anyway, awesome price. He's like, I got 3 left. And this was Friday evening when I'm talking to him. And it was between 5:30 and 6 because they closed at 6. I talked to him. He says he's got him. I hang up the phone. I tell my son, I'm like, hey, they got him. We'll go pick one up tomorrow. Now he's like, well, they're still going to have them. You know, he's like scared to death. They're going to sell all 3 boxes before. So I called this guy back. His name's Mike. Obviously, it's not a clever name. Mike's is the name of the shop, and his name is Mike.
I don't know if you're promoting him or trashing him.
No. I'm trying to clarify for people that Mike is just Mike down there. Mike Stadium they are what they are. Anyway. So anyway, I call him back and I'm like, hey man, just called you about the hobby box. I was like, we live up northern Colorado. You're a little bit of a ways away. And I was like, can I just pay you over the phone right now? Let me buy the box, throw my name on it. We'll come pick it up. He told me they opened at 10 o'clock Saturday morning, the following morning. So he's like, no, because of some reasons that I honestly can't remember. He's like, we can't do that. He said, but I tell you what, he said, I'll throw your name on it. I'll hold one for you. He's like, you're going to come in tomorrow. I'll hold it for you. So I was like, cool. So that right away, that was kind of the first thing. I was like, hell yeah. But we show up to the door and he's got a sign on the front door. And this is in like a little strip mall type thing. So nothing fancy. We walk up to it. There's a sign on the door. And apparently he gets the local, well, I say local, they're obviously local. He gets the Denver Broncos players, both current and ex-players, every so often to come in here and sign autographs. So he's got a sign on the door. Again, I'm not going to name drop nothing, but it says, hey, August 20th, come here. This guy will be here, $15 for autographs. Bring your cards, your pics, come meet him, whatever. So I was like, oh, well, that's kick-ass. So we go in there. I meet him. The first thing I see when I walk into his card shop was he's got this big backdrop, like a cloth backdrop. And what it is, it's a backdrop for the card breaks, for people who do breaks. So I see it, and
Nice.
Mike's an older dude, got a big beard, got glasses. And his little, I guess, like logo is like, it's like a couple, yeah, it's like a couple M's or whatever, but it's just like, kind of like the Hardy thing. It's the glasses outline, and then it's the beard outline. That's his little logo. It just kind of looks like his face, and it's pretty cool. But I see that, and I'm like, oh, wait a minute. I was like, that's kind of like, does he do breaks or whatever? So I walk in, tell him who I am. He grabs our box, starts ringing it up. My son needed some cases for RPAs. I needed a couple too, some of the thick cases, for the patch autos or whatever. So we grab a few of those, but then I was like, do you guys do like live breaks and stuff here? And he's like, yeah. And I told him what I had been doing online and stuff. And he goes, well, we just do ours local. Like, you come in here, you buy your spot, and then you come up here while we rip, your stuff gets handed to you. So they do the live rip on Facebook, but you can be there. Or even if you're not there, if you're just local, I mean, you can drive up there the next day. So I was like, shoo, I don't have to do online rips and wait a week. I can just come up here. Mike's going to rip my cards, and boom, we're there. So it was a very cool experience. And then the cherry on top, I guess, was we check out, we buy our stuff, we had our conversation. And at this point, it was another person checking us out. And Mike's over here just sitting at this really big, like, conference table that he's got in the middle of his shop, I guess, where people can sit and rip their packs or whatever, He's just sitting there. And as we're leaving, he goes, hey, he's like, so it's my birthday today. And he's like, because it's my birthday, he's like, pick out anything on the table you want. And he's talking to Caden. So I was like, oh, cool. I said, well, it's his birthday too. That's why we're here. He wanted this box of cards for his birthday. So birthday the same day. And he had a whole table full of autographed baseballs, footballs, pictures. And he's like, just take one. That was what he was doing for his birthday. Is anybody who came into the shop that day, just whatever you want, grab some free stuff. So
nice.
It was really cool. He had a card. He had a Ron Jaworski autographed card in there for $40. Now, I've never I don't chase Jaws cards or nothing, but it was cool it was cool as hell to me. It was an old school Ron Jaworski card autographed. Why I didn't buy it, I have no idea. Like I said, $40, and
it's probably
it was graded. I was like, I should have bought that. But if
so
you're ever in Denver.
Yes,
if you're ever in Denver or you live in or around Denver, go see Mike. Shout out to Mike. Very cool card shop. And yes, I'm going to be joining in on some of that guy's breaks. I love that there's a local shop, and I'm sure there's more, but I haven't found him. I love that there's one that's doing these things right now. Now, the concern is I may honestly go broke because of card breaks.
No early retirement for John.
No, I'm literally drawing money out of college funds to do breaks. They're so dangerous. I know we've had this conversation offline. Is you guys have done these things before, way before I did them, but I'm in the mode right now. I think you guys kind of jumped in and was like, okay, yeah, like I'm going to back up. I haven't backed up yet. I'm still fully in, And man, it costs a lot of money, but it's so fun. It's so fun ripping packs.
You don't even realize it. You're just sitting there. Well, some of them, some of the stuff you do, you realize it the second you bid on it. But I don't do that. But I can sit there and be like, oh yeah, okay, good. Yep, that's a good price. Yep. And the next thing I know, I'm like, God dang, how much did I spend?
Yeah, John drew me back in a couple of weeks ago. I hit a couple, but yeah, I learned my lesson again the hard way.
It goes so fast, and it's funny about the things you learn when you're new to it. I mean, you get in there, you're trying to wrap your mind around what's going on, how it works, and you do. Eventually, you kind of figure it out a little bit, but even still, some of the lessons I've learned is there's a cap there. So with my banking, there's no daily spending limit. There isn't one. Like if you, whatever you got, but there's a daily transaction limit. Did not know that until I'm in a live break, right? And anyone who's ever been in one, you're bidding on these things. It's live. And you bid and the number goes up, you keep bidding, and just say you win the bid. It's like, all right, you and whatever your username is won. It pops up on the screen and it's like, hey, you've won. And everyone's seeing this. Everyone in the break sees it. Oh, okay, that guy won. And then it'll sit there for a second, and then it's almost like and the host will be like, hey, man, that payment didn't go through. And you're like, oh. And then people just start ripping you in the comments. They're like, the first one I did, and like I said, what it was I have a transaction limit. I'd hit that limit for the day because I was going hard.
I was say, how many damn auctions were you in?
I was going hard. So I hit the limit. Apparently, it wasn't because the money wasn't in the account. It was just transaction limit. And I learned this because afterwards, after being embarrassed online, I called my bank and I'm like, hey, and they're like, well, they're like, my total transactions is 20. They're like, that's a lot of daily transactions. I'm like, not if you're doing these breaks. If you're doing these breaks, you need like 50. So anyway, she tells me, she's like, well, how many more do you need? And I'm like, I don't need any more. Like, we're done for the day. But that's when I learned I had a transaction limit. But the first comment that came up when my transaction didn't go through was some guy just puts on, get this man cash. And he like drug cash out. And I'm just like, I'm sitting there. I'm like, oh my God, everyone thinks you're a broke son of a gun coming in here. So, but they are addicting. Anybody, again, you guys, I know, but anyone else listening that's ever done one, it's so addicting, especially if you hit some. Now, just say you did like your first 3-4 breaks and you did nothing. I can see just kind of walking away, losing $100 or 150, and you're just like, I'm done with that. But that's not how they got me. I got lucky. Like on my first 3 or 4 breaks, they hooked me. They put the hook in me, and I think they do that on purpose. They see you. They're like, this guy's never logged into the show. Give him something good.
They don't. They don't do it on purpose. That's the only thing that saved me is I've never hit anything really, really good.
Really?
I've hit a few. I have like a $400 Aaron Judge card that I hit on one that somehow, and I got it was a mixed break. I forget what it was. What was it? Probably like Bowman or something. And then they threw in this one box of the Topps black and white, and it was in there, and it was a short print. And I was like, oh, man. And I'd gotten the Yankees for the lowest amount that I'd seen. That's the only way I'd have got them because I don't spend money on that. But, yeah, that's about the biggest I've hit. I've hit a few things, but I've also, I've had it add up. My evolution of the card, getting back into the cards was the excitement like a kid. And then I found out what the breaks were, and then I couldn't stop doing that. And then I started going and buying more packs of cards. And now I'm at the point where I'm just like, you know what? If there's a card I want, I'll just find that card. I'm just going to go to eBay and buy that card.
That's what I should have done there.
Thing to do.
I chased that thing forever. And all I had to do was be smarter than you on 5 trivia questions.
That doesn't take much.
That is true. That is true.
That does not take much.
That reminds me, we haven't done a trivia in a while, and now we have the opportunity to do trivia live.
Oh,
so,
no. Everybody
I never
can
even
see
thought
my
of that.
blank face.
I am so glad you brought it up. So I don't have anything now, but I'm gonna come up with something for you two, and yeah, we're gonna do the live trivia
You've got
game.
a-
But yeah, James
You got a
has won
kick-ass Matthew
signed.
Golden card.
You ain't getting that.
Yeah, you ain't getting that.
But yeah, James has won the signed Ricky Williams jersey and the signed Bijan helmet, both in trivia against you, DJ. You're 0-2.
Yeah,
I'll be
you are.
0-50.
And you went to college for like 57 years.
Yeah,
Here's
but
what
it was
happened.
like 7
What?
different Aggie colleges.
Yeah.
It was
I
like
went to
7 different
college.
A&M colleges.
And then I left, and then that knowledge that I got, it just started seeping out of my ears, and it's gone.
It was trapped in
There's
his
nothing.
hair,
Yeah,
and it just fell out.
it fell out when the hair went.
I'm trying to remember what the first. So I remember the last trivia because the last trivia happened when you guys were
At
up for
Thanksgiving,
Thanksgiving and
yeah.
the whole Aggies game and everything. So that one's kind of burnt in my mind as a terrible memory. Not fully terrible, but you guys know what I mean. But that was like Texas trivia for the Bijan helmet. What did we do? Was it no? So the trivia for the jersey was just some random ass questions that I pulled off the internet.
Yeah.
Because there was the one question about what do you call the end of a shoelace? That little piece, an aglet. Yeah, who knows that? Even, I didn't even know it. I looked
Except for this
looked it
dork.
up. But he knew it. What was funny when I brought it up to him is he couldn't remember the name right off the tip, but you could tell he knew it. It's one of those dumb things that you don't necessarily like. It's not there, but it's there. He knew. He's like, wait a minute. He's like, it's a dumb little word, whatever. But yeah, an aglet. And I never even knew that had it. Who knew the end of a shoelace had a name? I just thought it was the end of a shoelace.
The end of the shoelace.
Like
that
if someone was
piece.
like trying to tell me, like, hey, the little skinny part you stick in the shoe first, I'd have been like, take the end of the shoelace and jam it in there.
Yeah.
I would have been like, grab the aglet and work it through the whole. You like, so weird that has a name, but
I've
it
got
does.
so much of that stuff in my head. Nothing important that I can use to make money or earn a living or anything, but
all right. Well,
I do know
it's
what an
not a
aglet
long
is.
word, but aglet is going to be the word of the day for the podcast because it's a short word that anyone who's listening, you are hearing it for the very first time. There's no way you're not. So if you knew what an aglet was, good for you.
Yeah.
So
bookworm.
Yeah, that's wild. But anyway, Mike's was so much fun. So now my next move, right, is I got it at my fingertips. I can jump on my phone, do it at any time. But now I have a physical place I can go drive to and sit there and watch these be done. That's not good.
I predict
I'm
that's
gonna
going to
do
be
it.
very
I'm gonna be down
dangerous.
there. Yeah, I'm going to be down there. So
Yeah, it's not just going to be you, though. It's going to be you and your kid. Double.
Hung on it, too. Again, his whole entire birthday. So those hobby boxes, like I said, it was a great price there, but they're not cheap. They're the hobby boxes, in case people don't know, them are the ones where it's 2 guaranteed autos. So it's not just your typical, like, little blaster box or mega box or anything
Where
like
you
that
hope
that are all where you just hope you get a hit.
Yeah.
They're guaranteed hits in there. It's guaranteed 2 autos, and it's 1 regular auto and then a guaranteed rookie auto. So kind of a pretty good deal, but still you got to pay for that. I mean, they're not cheap. But yeah, that was his whole birthday. I'm like, it's like, what do you want to do? He wants this hobby box for his birthday. And I'm like, really? Like, because of how much they are. I'm like, that's it. You get that for your birthday, buddy. There's nothing else. I mean, it's not like there's more things to do. So he was like, no. So yeah, he's just as bad off as me. His one other gift for his birthday that his mom had got him was a display case that hangs on his wall and lights up for his cards. So he got a blaster box and a card display case. He's happy as he can be. But yeah,
one of these days in the household is going to be like that old 80s, 90s commercial about don't do drugs where the dad busts in. He's like, who taught you how to do this? You, all right? I learned by watching you.
That's exactly right. And I've never seen, I don't know if it's the same number. Maybe it is. But I don't, it's like an 800 number for gambling problems. If they don't take the card problems calls at that 800 number, there needs to be a separate 800 number for people who are equally hooked on the card breaks.
It is.
It's just as dangerous.
It's all the same thing.
100%.
Yeah.
Gambling.
As a matter of fact, I may call the number just to see, like, do you guys take trading card calls, or is it just straight up gambling calls?
Can I make a reservation for
Yeah.
a couple of months from now when I realize I have a problem?
Yeah.
Oh, it's so bad. But again, so it's a lot of fun. It's hard not to do.
It
so
is,
much fun
yeah.
doing those things. But yeah, I've gotten quite a few, and I will say this: my biggest hit on there, I still have not seen one of those style cards pulled. I've seen plenty of autos, again, plenty of rookie autos, plenty of the patch cards. I have not seen the negative patch number rookie auto. I have not seen one other one of those, so I am very proud of that pull. Not to mention who it was. I mean, I would have liked it regardless of who it was. It could have been anybody in the world, and I'd have still thought it was cool. But yeah, that one, that's my baby. It ain't going nowhere, James. You keep your mitts off. Hey, I say that to say, though, and we're not going to do the trivia for this, but I just suddenly remembered I did get a Kelvin Banks rookie patch today. I don't have the card yet, but I got it's not an auto, it's just rookie patch, Kelvin Banks. So
Nice.
maybe I'll pair that with something else and let you guys battle it out. James can have it once again. He'll have it stashed on his shelf back there, and DJ will have an empty room. DJ, start studying your trivia so you can get something other than a closet door behind you, dude. You may have.
I
cool
will
things,
soon
but
have
you had to
more.
buy them.
I will soon have more than a closet door behind me. I also, though, have to have a weekend that I don't have to freaking stay up all night and drive halfway across the couple states to pick up animals.
Yeah. Anybody, do you want to plug for yourself? Anybody
No.
looking for a pickup truck,
No.
pig hauling
Hotshot
over
driver.
the weekend? Yeah, hot shot. He'll it don't matter where it's at in the continental U.S. He will get there and get back in
That
one
is
night. You let him
Basically
know.
what I was a hot shot driver. Yep. It would have been nice that I'd have had the next the next day to rest the whole time. That's not how it works. I got in bed at 7 in the morning and fell asleep. My dad calls me at 9 and wakes me up. And then I'm up because,
Yep.
you know, how it works. And then I think I took like an hour nap around 2. And I got woke up again by the person I was supposed to go help do catering with. And I was like, yeah. So by the time I finished that evening, now my brain was, you think I'm bad answering those trivia questions. You could ask me what my name was and how to spell it. And I was just like, I just wanted a shower in bed. That was it.
Which is bad because your name is DJ.
Yeah, DJ. My wife said that we were standing there, and towards the end of the event that we were helping with, they just all looked over at me, and I just had this glazed stare and was just kind of off in another place. And I'm like, yeah, it's because if I could have sat down in the corner, they wouldn't have got me up. Like it'd have been over. I'd have just went to sleep.
Yeah, it was it. It was nighty night time.
Yeah, it was one of those. You might be too old to be doing that stuff, to be just being like, yep, I'll just take off and go drive after I get off work and not sleep all night.
Yeah.
Probably a bad idea, but I did it. It's happened.
So tell me what you guys know. And it's not going off subject or anything. It just jumped in my head. But I see it scroll across the bottom of the screen earlier. I was doing some classes on my laptop. And I just have like NFL Live going on the TV behind me. And then it changes over and it's like the college live show or whatever that is. But either way, it says the new platform for Heisman voting, fan votes count first.
Oh, wow.
Wait a minute. If I break one more college news story on this show, I'm changing. I'm changing shows. There is no way I should be breaking that news. Either way.
Break a news story.
Hold on. Don't get too excited about that because
all right.
I honestly think the Heisman is overrated. The Heisman's overrated.
Just to back
I don't
up,
care about it.
Here's a question you'll know then. And let's just start here and then we'll move into that. Because I'm honestly curious. When I seen the headline, I'm like, wait a minute. So the question is that you can answer is, how does it work right now? Who votes on it? The coaches, the teams,
I believe it's
who votes on the
past winners.
Yeah.
Past winners get a vote.
Get a vote. Okay.
And then I think there's some in the press or something like
Yeah, I was
that.
going to
Reggie
say, I
Bush
think
still
it's
get a
media,
vote?
isn't it?
Yeah,
If
I
you
think
lose your trophy, do you still get a vote?
Yeah, they might have took his vote away.
Reggie don't get a vote? All right.
That
They
wasn't
may have
his to
took
begin
his
with.
Yeah, I don't know everybody, but I know it's them, and I'm pretty sure it's media people. Forever, that's the biggest thing. It's like it's a lot of people that also don't watch the games.
These glasses are hurting my head.
Yeah.
They're like digging into the side. That's enough.
It tends to be a lot of people that don't watch the games for the full season, and then they'll wait to the end of the season, like the weekend before, and they'll figure out what the big game is. It's usually conference championships, and they'll be like, "Oh, okay, these guys are up for it. Oh, this guy's in the conference championship. Oh, he won, and they're ranked 1 or 2 or something. Oh, yeah, there you go. That's who's going to win."
Okay, James, Mr. Yim, are you doing the proper investigation right now as we're talking? Are you finding any information about this? Here was the headline. Okay, the headline was literally, I can't even remember. Either way, it said fans will get first vote on Heisman voting. The new platform, fans will get first vote. That's what it was saying.
It'll count as one vote for that over the. I'm just joking. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah, it won't be the majority. They won't let that happen.
Yeah.
Well, that's what it was saying.
I've been out on the Heisman ever since they didn't give it to Randy Moss.
Okay. And that's fair. So that's what it was. Maybe we'll dig into that and talk about it later, I guess, or see where it goes. But supposedly there's a new platform for Heisman voting that does involve just people who watch football, not just the coaches voting or ex-winners or whatever else. They're like, they want to see what the fans think. The other thing that happened today, obviously, was it is August 17th. So what came out today was the preseason AP poll. That is right. Texas firmly sitting at number 5.
Yep. And no SEC teams got a first place vote. That hasn't happened.
It had Tennessee sitting at a solid 20. Poor guys.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like that the Associated Press has turned on the SEC, so that's fine. Go ahead.
Yeah. Again, doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't mean nothing. Yep. Wait till some games get going and we get to see what everybody's got. And but it does give you something to look at and discuss. And I mean, you can't. It's still. I mean, truthfully, it's basically the exact same as the coaches. They just swapped a couple places. Yeah. That's it. They just cheated. They just copied.
They did give Indiana their props. Put them on up there.
Number 6. Is that where they landed? I thought they were right behind Texas.
Yeah, they are. They're number 6.
Oh, are they behind them?
Oh, yeah.
I looked at it wrong.
Yeah, it's Ohio State, Oregon, Georgia.
James has a rare
Notre Dame, Texas.
James has a rare ranking dyslexia that always puts Texas at 1. So he's like, oh.
I don't like Texas being at 1.
No,
Ever.
I much prefer, drop us on back to 5 or whatever.
Yeah.
It worked out great for you guys last year. Come on.
Thanks. You didn't remind us every time you saw it. Or we struggled.
Come on, hype train. Get
Oregon
in there.
2 is I don't get the Oregon thing. But
I think we're only coming back, and they're going to be very talented.
We're only like, I think 12 days or something is what I saw before
James already
college
told
football
you.
starts.
That's what I'm talking about.
I already told you, based on a very opinionative show that I watched, there were 2 head coaches and QB combos that were the greatest in college football.
Yeah.
And correct me again, is it Fanning, Hanning? Who's the guy up there?
Lanning.
Lanning. All right. Lanning and Moore. And then it was Mensa and who's the big Cristobal. There you go.
Yeah.
All right.
yeah.
So I'm just saying. So I don't know why you're surprised Oregon's at 2.
I
didn't
do
hear
think
I
do
didn't hear
think-
Sarkeesian and Manning on that list. They weren't
No.
even worried about it.
they
We're
should
good
have
about it.
been.
We're good.
They should have been, but I think Lanning and Moore should be on there too. I mean, if you're going to come up with a list like that, I don't think that's a big stretch.
I think it's more
Cristobal
than fair.
Yeah, Cristobal, I don't know about, but
Anyways, yeah. So that poll came out today, which we've talked before. Obviously, is what does it mean in preseason? Just like any other rankings, it means. I mean, and it's not that it can't be close because you can look at certain things. Like, okay, to be fair, you could look at like the top 10 teams, depending on how you ranked them. Maybe it's not in order of how you ranked them. I'm just saying you could take the top 10 teams and nail 7 out of the 10. I mean, just even preseason. What you can't do is figure out how that's going to land.
yeah,
And just to make the Texas argument, to go Texas is ranked at number 5. The difference between 5 and number 1 is what is it? Even if you're arguing the top 5 teams, how do you even rank them? Like, I mean, really, what's the tiebreaker or the changer? If you're sitting there, Ohio State's 1. If you're sitting there looking at Ohio State and you're looking at the Texas Longhorns, how do you go, all right, this one's 1, this one's 5? And then there's 3 teams in between those two. How'd they end up there? So any one of them could be number 1 and any one of them could be number 5 is what I'm saying. Like, it's hard to put those. You just have to put a number behind them, right? Like you guys were mentioning, you need that.
Yeah.
You need that ranking going into the season because that's what drives some hype. And that's what puts a little bit of power behind some of the games. But
yeah, and I mean, really,
I'm just saying your top 10 teams, maybe not the full 10, but top 7, whatever, you could almost argue one way or the other. You could put either one at either end.
Yeah, absolutely. You know? I mean, the only thing that's good for is to give people something to talk about, and like specifically for Texas, which, I mean, they don't really have an argument since they didn't make it last year, but it's bulletin board material. Sark can slap that up in the locker room, say, oh, y'all are number 5. But specifically in their case, week 2, they're going to be playing the number 1 team. So we'll sort that specific out.
Yeah. All right. Again, I'm not looking at anything, and I'm playing from behind when we're having this discussion, but I'm going to try.
As usual.
A&M was, I think, at number 8.
Yep.
I believe 8, 9. They were somewhere in there. They were showing Texas's schedule. Texas has got to play A&M at A&M. They got to play, man, what was the other one? They had a couple pretty tough away games.
Tennessee.
To LSU. We have to go to Tennessee.
LSU. They have to go to Tennessee. So, I mean, they actually had, I mean, if they do it this year, they're going to have to, I almost dropped the F-bomb, and I'm glad I did. They're going to have to earn it. Like,
Texas and Ohio State.
If they do it,
yeah, Texas and Ohio State have the 2 toughest schedules in the nation.
No, they do, and that's kind of the point I was making. Is like if they do it this year, they got a road. Like respect, honestly. If they do it, respect, because they do not have an easy path to get there.
No,
scorched earth. That's what we're going to do.
All right, I wasn't. All right, now see. This is why.
Maybe we drop Aglet for scorched earth.
Yeah. This is why I don't do that. This is why I'm not nice to you guys about it. Because if I am, then weird terms start coming out. Like, you're damn right, John. See, it's one end or the other. There's no middle ground here. Texas. They do,
just a joke.
Yeah, they do have a tough path. Is all I'm saying. Now, when I say that. Tennessee at Tennessee, not that going into Ryland isn't, I mean, it's going to be, even if they're not a top 25 team, it's still a tough place to go play against a tough team. So I'm not going to discredit them, but I am going to say if Texas is a top 5 team and Tennessee's where they're at, sorry, it shouldn't be, I guess, like that big of a deal. I mean, I don't want them to go in and win that game, but if they go in and win that game, I don't think anyone's mind is blown, I guess is all I'm saying. Like, they should go in there and win that game.
No, but
Um,
that's the good thing about college football, in my opinion, is that yeah, I mean it shouldn't surprise anybody, and it wouldn't if
is
they
it the
did.
any given Saturday thing? Like, hey, these
No,
college teams,
no,
like,
no, but it's like speaking specifically about road games and stuff. Like, so for
Home
Tennessee,
field
you've got
is a real
who,
thing.
I mean, they got a rowdy stadium, I
Yeah.
think, anyway.
yeah,
But
they got a good
then
one.
with Texas coming in, you got the who's the real UT stuff and all that other stuff that goes in, and it kind of fuels the crowd and the environment.
Yeah,
And
okay.
that's what I like about college football. I mean,
There's
Yeah.
other factors.
Yeah.
Bragging rights play it definitely in college, play a way bigger factor
yeah,
than in the NFL.
yeah. And I mean, that stuff shouldn't
yeah.
matter in a game like you said. I mean, if Texas is 5 and they really are a 5, and Tennessee is 20 and they really are a 20, Texas should go in there, take care of business, and get out.
No, but you do
Even
have
with
your,
all
you,
that, but
you do have your teams and even rivalries to where you almost, and you guys can speak more on who these teams are throughout college football, but it doesn't matter if where you're ranked, it doesn't matter how good you are that year. It's like two teams can meet up, and it's a different ball game. Not like, again, not based on ranking, or maybe it's just a team that's like, who's a team in college football that's like just a wrench. I mean, like, maybe they're not top 10, top 15, but you play this team and it's just, you never know. You never know. I mean, and I'll just start throwing some out as it like is Iowa this type of team. Either one of them. Cyclones,
Wow.
I'm just saying, are they that kind
Iowa
of team?
could be.
Yeah, is it Oklahoma? Is it Oklahoma State? Is it
Oklahoma
BYU? I'm just
State
saying,
used to be.
Yeah.
yeah.
I
And
think
that's what I'm saying,
Louisville's
and-
becoming one of those teams.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where
And
they
they
got
kinda
a really
have
good
been.
coach and
Yeah,
just and a tough squad. And
all
so
I'm trying to
it's a fight.
feed is I'm just trying to add fuel to the fire, I guess, for the conversation of college football. And the reason college football is, I guess, what's it like, electrifying is
Yep.
because you know, in the NFL, and it's not that upsets don't happen there, they do, but not as much. I mean, if you've got a top tier team playing this, what could be a bum this year, it's kind of a gimme. Now, again, it's not saying it's impossible, but at the same time, you see it happen. College football is one of those things. Another reason why I'm starting to get on, is what you guys are saying. There's so many other things that go into it and fuel that game. It could be a 52nd ranked team playing a top 10 team. And because of, just say it's situationally, it's a rivalry game. It's something that's just always been a big thing to them guys, or whatever, completely changes the atmosphere of the game. For that day, they're not the 52nd ranked team. For that day, that Saturday, it's a big game. And this team plays maybe beyond what they typically do every week, or something like that. So it happens. I'm just saying, and that is what's cool. Yeah. Oh my. Why do we gotta always DJ?
Them or Michigan? You can ask both of them because they both lost.
You know what? Here's a question, just a straight up question.
Throwing it out
How
there.
many college football teams are there? And I don't mean D3, D something. I'm just saying legit college football teams.
Is it like 130?
Okay.
132, maybe?
Yeah, I think it's 132, something like that.
Well, we are 8 episodes deep, and when it comes to college football, you ain't never talked about one other team, DJ, out of 130 teams.
I was trying to bring up another team.
One that I'll throw out, just from an SEC perspective, which it's not the actual football team itself, but kind of like you were talking about, where they're kind of a dog shit team every year, and sorry, but Mississippi State.
Yeah,
like
we found
that's actually a pretty good one. Yeah,
their team is not that great, really, ever, but home games there, man.
Damn,
I mean, I would like to go there,
Cowbells.
but I think I would be annoyed within 5 seconds and be wanting to get out. But they are rowdy. No matter how bad they are, they've got them damn bells ringing, and it's a crazy environment.
Okay. to speak to that, and I understand exactly what you're saying. I'm not arguing it. I'm just to speak to it. You talk about a college. Is there a college football team? And I know you can't name your own, but is there a college football stadium on a home game on any Saturday ever in the history of human life where you couldn't be annoyed by the things that are happening there? I mean, it's kind of, it's over the top. When it comes to a college football game, it's over the top.
Yeah. It absolutely is.
You're mixing, every team's got like traditions, right? So, I mean, you got all the traditions that people can make fun of, but I'm just saying, you're bringing the students in, you're bringing the young folks. So I guess all I'm saying is there isn't a Saturday stadium that's not annoying if you wanted to sit and pick on anybody.
Well,
any one of them are going to be annoying. Don't say Texas Longhorn Stadium ain't annoying, not to you, but to anyone else. It's going to be oh my God.
I was actually going to say that and I think it's changing now. I mean, because they're getting better, but for a long time, DKR was kind of like going to a Cowboys game. I mean, it was people were there.
I like it. Now, like, DJ's riff.
You're gonna cheer that, but oh man, I mentioned the Aggies.
All right, hold on. We got a cheering one. Hold on. Here we go, everybody. Yes.
I mean, it was.
Hold on, James. It ain't over. Hold on. It's a long applause. It's still going. We're gonna.
He didn't hit the button and don't know how to turn it off.
I could turn it off, but it goes in a circle. And I let it finish full circle, DJ. So that's what it's like. Either way, that was a great take.
Yeah. You get cheered for that.
You know what? And I hate to feed into your BS, but DKR was like that for a while.
Okay, and that's all I'm saying. So, again, I don't know, like you guys do. I couldn't sit here and picture like a Mississippi State game and whatever it is they do there. I mean, I can't picture it. I don't even know it.
Cowbells.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cowbells.
But again, and I know you guys obviously rip on A&M for their stuff.
Everything.
All I'm saying is every college team, they all have their thing. And if you're not a fan of that team, they're all annoying. Every single one of them. And when they show the shot of the fans to me or anything else, I'm just like, come on, man. Like, it does get overboard. You know what? I'm going to give him another one because he deserves it. Every college football fan is about 40% Pat McAfee. Boom! That's how annoying every one of them is. There's a 40% Pat McAfee in you, DJ, and he can come out and he's annoying as hell.
No.
Wait a minute. I didn't put these together. Did you not stand up on the bar stool when Texas won last time? Wait a minute. Was that the 40% coming out, DJ?
Maybe it was. Maybe it was.
Oh my God. Anyways, just
still in that garage.
No, it didn't.
Just to get back to it. So that those rankings came out, and then I want to say, again, I'd have to go count them back up, but there were 9 or 10 teams in the SEC that are top 25. That's a tough road. I mean, just for SEC teams, they're not all at the top. I'm just saying, even going with your Tennessees all the way to they're in the top 25. There was 9 or 10 of those are represented by the SEC. So that's SEC once again. I mean, just damn, that is a tough conference. So here's to, and I wish I would have printed it out now. You guys don't play Georgia, right? In the regular season?
Nope.
Lucky. Look how happy you guys are. Hell no, we don't.
Well, I mean, hopefully we end up playing them.
Yeah, we're going to play them.
Well, yes.
Hopefully.
And I'm just saying, when you guys look at a schedule and you see no Georgia in the regular season, that's a win. You guys are boom. But you guys did have a tough road, and I noticed that. And I was just like, all right, so I'm going to rip on Texas, obviously, as I do. I'm like, but if they do this as this pod progresses, and we're 10 weeks from now, I'm like, if they're there, I was like, I'm going to have very little to say. I was like, because
the whole show.
It's a road.
There.
I mean, it's a road. They got a bumpy, curvy, little no guardrail type hanging off the mountain road. So here's to them accidentally getting over to the right a little bit and, tumbling down for thousands of feet. But
I have no doubt you will continue to talk shit if they go undefeated and win it all.
Yep, he'll still have something to say.
Yeah.
All right. Either way, it's good as we progress here and we keep mentioning like just milestones of football season going. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Milestones of going. We've gone past the Hall of Fame game. We've gone past week 1 preseason now. The AP poll, the preseason AP polls come out in college football now. So, I mean, it's just step by step, man. We're getting there. We're getting there, yeah. And it's awesome. Again, going into week 2, we get to look forward to very few starters in week 1 in the NFL play. But week 2, we get to see a little bit more of them. Hard to get excited too much about preseason, but it's football. Even if I'm not watching the game is on the TV because it's the atmosphere. There's football going.
I've already had, and I don't know what it is, but because usually I'm checked out on the NFL preseason stuff, but like we were talking about with the Hall of Fame game, I enjoyed the shit out of watching that game. And I didn't pay as much attention, but I had the preseason games on the other day, just kind of background noise and watching them on and off. So,
yep, I watched a little Mendoza. Yeah. He looked decent for when he came in. You're muted, John.
Jackass.
Oh, sorry. No, I was gonna say that's exactly what I was gonna touch on. DJ is a cool thing, I guess, if you just had to come up with some highlights of the preseason thus far, is there has been, I know we talked about it last time, the Hall of Fame game, but there's been a few rookie quarterbacks come in that have kind of like, hey,
good.
What are they going to do? So yeah, Mendoza is one that I don't have. I never watched him play one college game. So I got nothing on that guy. Never seen him play. Don't really know what he's about. I just kind of have that opinion of him that he's kind of a goober.
Yeah.
So but that has nothing to do with his on-field play, obviously. So we'll see how it goes up there for him. But there's several college players this year after last year now that I'm excited to watch coming into the preseason here. So a few of them have shown out. I do like it.
Yeah, I caught a little bit of the San Francisco and Tennessee, I think. That Stribling kid that's San Francisco's got looks like he's going to be
receiver. Yeah,
very good receiver. And he wasn't even out there with
got some height built around him.
Yeah, good catch radius, and he seems to catch. If it's near, he's catching it. So yeah, he's going to be a good one.
Well,
and in that offense,
he's in a good. I was about to say he's in a good spot too with that offense and that coach. If he's able to do things, that dude, no doubt, will find ways to feature him or to mix him in. If there's one thing about him, he don't leave talent just sitting there. Like as far as like wasting them. Yeah. If you're a young kid and you're talented and you end up in one of his offenses, then good for you. Because it's not going to be that conversation we had like about the Kyle Pitts or even the Bijan thing out in Atlanta. I mean, So no, Stribling is another if we're again going back to fantasy football, he's another one towards the end of the rounds that I was eyeballing and nobody drafted him, but I immediately put in a waiver claim for him. We'll see tomorrow if I get him, but there's some hype around him and maybe he's one of these people that pops off. I don't even know where he came from. Who did he play for? In college?
Indiana.
Indiana?
I said,
is that in between Missouri and Indiana?
Oh,
who are we talking about?
Stribling.
Stribling.
Dijon Stribling.
I think I've seen some videos of him.
Yeah. All right. We were totally unprepared. You know what this reminds me of? And it's funny. This reminds me of, and we can just move off it, DJ. Quit stressing your brain. What this reminds me of,
but this dude
was
guy.
a few years back, and I can't say what year it was but it's been a while back, and you guys will remember this. But NFL draft. So if you watch the NFL draft, typically every player that's drafted in the first round, they are ready. If it don't matter if you're watching NFL Network, you're watching ESPN, whatever you're watching the draft on, every single first round pick, they're ready. They like a player gets picked, they've got highlights ready to roll.
Yep,
and
got the profile
this
ready.
even goes on. Yeah, this even goes on into the second round. I mean, like your first, just say 60 players are kind of like, hey, they knew these 60 people or whatever were going to be picked in this window. So to rip on one of our NFC North rivals, Minnesota, who is the worst team outside of, I would have said Denver until they took Bo Nix. Bo Nix maybe is going to pan out for him, but Minnesota and Denver to me were like the two worst teams picking QBs from the draft. Not that they've never had them, just from the draft. Anyway, to get to my point, Minnesota Vikings got to the 10th pick. Now, this is 9 people is all they've had to roll film for. They get to number 10, and 10, Minnesota comes up. Goodell walks his ass up to the podium, getting booed as he does the whole time, just to throw out that the Minnesota Vikings have taken Christian Ponder. And when this happened, no crap, I remember it like it was yesterday. There was nothing. Like, the guys are sitting there, if I had to try to reenact, it's like, and the Vikings take Christian Ponder.
They pop up the old photo not available.
They're like, they're like, you got it. I only got nothing. Like, there was no clips ran, no news on him, there was nothing. And there was like we're talking live TV. There's like a 30-second scramble until someone finally comes in and goes, he came out of Florida. Now, again, don't quote me, Florida State, somewhere down there. And they're like, well, no, I mean, been like hurt for like 3 straight years, but if he ever stays healthy, he does this well and this way. And they finally went into it. So that's what it just reminded me with the Stribling thing. We're sitting there talking about him. And then again, I want to lean on my college knowledge. There we go. You know what? We're scrapping the aglet. It's college knowledge. That is the word of the day.
That's 2 words.
Okay. It's going to be 3 words. Aglet, college, and knowledge. All right, here we go. Anyways, all I'm saying is I lean on you guys for that. And what I got was the number 10 Christian Ponder pick. And you guys both going, where did he play? So
at a school. He played at a school.
Yeah. I'm sorry to our viewers. And, for some reason I come into this show thinking our college guys, here's what I forget. If I got A&M questions or Longhorn questions, I got answers. Anything else, we're all on the same level, apparently. We're all in the same boat. So they're telling me I need to learn college football. No, I just need to catch up on A&M and Longhorn history, and then we're all there.
Yep.
Expand your horizons, guys. Come on, man.
Yeah. I mean,
only one of those teams has a history.
Well, the other one has a history, but
here we go.
Not very good.
Not a memorable one.
Yeah. So,
should have never showed him that button.
Yeah. Well, so this dude mutes himself while he's on camera, and then he turns his camera off, but he leaves the mute button on.
Yes.
so we can
Yeah.
hear him in the background.
Well,
Yeah. Ugh.
Pop doesn't understand the computer.
Yeah.
I mean, does it matter?
Did
This
you
is
just
all
flush
getting
a toilet?
edited anyway. Yeah,
We're not
that's what
editing. I thought
that's
we
what
weren't
I'm
editing.
saying. I said we have to, because the minute I left, it went, so how's the weather? Like, anyway, let me write this down, because no, we were doing pretty good. We were an hour and 13 minutes in of no editing, and here we are. Hold on, let me write it. Hour 14. Apparently, we edit because you guys suck. We almost did it. I was looking at the time, and I'm like, dude, we're adding the intro, outro. We're done. We're online
we are.
tonight.
There you go. We just did it.
Yeah.
We just said
Off.
it. It just randomly ends. Just doom. There it is.
I mean,
Not yet,
can
because
you
we
guys-
haven't told them to go to
you guys-
YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcast, and like,
Hold
follow,
on.
subscribe,
Wait until-
comment.
You're gonna have to wait till we get back. Now that we're in an edit break, we're gonna fucking stay here for a minute. You guys suck.
Sorry, I got distracted when you turned your.
You guys.
I got distracted because you turned your camera off, but I could still hear you bumbling around in the background. So I was like, "What is he doing?" Like, mute it.
We're just gonna leave this whole section in.
Yeah,
Like,
why
this
not?
is.
I think we should. I think you should.
We're just gonna leave. We're gonna leave the entire section in, and I think people just need to know where we're falling short.
Everywhere.
We're going to
Everywhere.
Weight
people.
loss.
We were an hour and 14 in it. If we could have went 10 more minutes, we could have just put the caps on the end, and we could have rolled with it. Would have been so easy. And we ended up with this segment here that
It's a work in progress.
yeah, it is. And
We were
just
good
so
there.
you know, if you're listening and not watching, it's full of disappointment right now.
On
This
his
is
side, yeah.
full on disappointment. We could have ran just like some random,
Powered by
like a
FM.
we could have just done some things like that,
Yeah.
I don't know. But
I don't know, man.
All right.
We talked about this, and then we jumped right into a
Uh,
full-on conversation about football, breaking it down, and
It just kind of happened. Though.
yeah, I know. Well, again,
That's
this
how it's
one-
supposed to
this
happen.
one too.
Yeah.
You guys, you threw me off with. We need some. All right, here's what we do, and we're just going to work this out live. We need a fact checker. Someone needs to be always fact checking as we're talking. Yeah.
Disagree.
So we go into something, James. And the reason we point at you, James, is because we can already see your
Yes.
stuff lit up in
We
front of you.
see the monitor
through your
in
glasses.
your glasses.
Like,
I know that's
so-
why I keep my head down.
All right. Well, that's what I'm saying. So you're
and we
already
can see
there.
when you're. Yeah.
So
That's why I'm always
just-
like a coyote on these videos, looking down.
So just go with the flow. When DJ and we start going into stribbling, James needs to be Googling stribbling. Where'd he come? That way, when I go, all right, wait a minute, where'd this guy come from? That's when you jump in. You're like, South Carolina State. And you're just like, see, James knows. Instead, we get a DJ with a very blank look and going, there's only two things I know. He didn't come from Texas or A&M. That's it.
Yeah.
Or else I would know.
Well, I was more concerned with making my joke, so
Yeah.
I will try to be better.
The joke was funny. Kind of.
It really was.
Maybe Jack's gonna listen. Jack, help us out here. Where did we fall short?
Jack, would you like an unpaid internship as a fact checker live?
Jack, please let us know where this went off the rails and tell me if I'm wrong here. We're trying to work out the kinks. This is no one's fault, but you can point fingers if you want to.
And thanks again for the comment, buddy.
Yeah. But anyways, it's so I'm gonna assume neither one of you, going back to the fantasy football conversation, have done a draft because it's
I've
damn
done-
early in August. But have you done one?
Yeah,
Oh,
I've-
okay. Well then,
I've
all
done
right.
several.
Like I said, I'll just to recap. And I'll just, from what I remember, here's my roster from the top down. It was a keeper league. George Pickens kept him in the 5th, which was good value. I mean, in the 5th. But Burrow, Devon Achane, Cook, Nico Collins, George
Nico.
Pickens, Kenyon Sadiq, Christian Watson, Texans D,
Yeah.
and Tyler Loop. That's my starters. And then again, I'm trying to remember bench. I got Romeo Dobbs, Alex Pierce. Yeah, I'm done there. Okay. Anyway, so that's how my draft went. 12-team league, and I actually, again, going back, I feel good about it. Like the roster itself. I look at it and I'm like, I like it. So, what have you guys? Are you guys in like a league with people you know, or what are you doing? You jumping on the NFL.com? Hey, by the way, ESPN and NFL, same thing now.
Yeah,
they merged.
I've noticed that.
So,
Yep.
dude, those are hard to do. Fantasy football, and just quick for you guys to get into your stuff is, if you're playing fantasy football with like a group of people you know that you like text with or talk with or whatever, it's so fun. I've tried to jump on just like NFL.com, like back in the day, and you jump in a league with 10, 12 people, whatever, that you don't know. It's just hard to it's hard to buy into it.
Yeah.
Like you almost need the people that you're playing with to be able to personally talk noise to you,
Yeah.
Again, to talk
Yep.
about the college games, bragging rights. That's what drives fantasy football, is bragging rights. So hard to do it just like on a platform.
Yeah, and that's why I fell off of it also, because after like our league that we had going fell apart, DJ's league that we were in, and then I had a family league that there was only like 2 people that really even watch football. I mean, after those kind of fell off, I did a few years of jumping in these public leagues, and it's not, and I mean, it's semi easy to win because most of the people don't
pay it.
actively
If their season starts going
manage
bad,
their
they just
roster.
stop.
Yeah.
There's nothing that keeps them wanting to come back playing.
Yeah, and so it just got
setting lineup.
boring. And then kind of like John was talking about, when I was really into it, I was trying to like research and stuff, and I was spending way too much time worrying about who I was going to start and who I was going to draft and all that crap, and it just wasn't fun. So I haven't done it in years.
I don't know that it works for everyone, but for me specifically, and I would have to almost guess more than me, but fantasy football is better played not overthinking. Just go with your gut. Go with your gut and do it. Do not overthink fantasy football. And like I said, maybe that's just me, but I do better if I just do it on the fly.
No,
if I
agree
overthink,
completely.
I'm off in the weeds. Well, because if you overthink it, next thing you know, you're taking out like a number 1 receiver for a team and putting in someone's 4th string receiver that's only playing because someone else is hurt, because you've done so much research that this guy's going to get all the passes, and you're like,
going off.
Yeah.
That never works, by the way. Do not do that.
No.
Go with the sure money shot, and if it don't pan out, then it just don't pan out. Don't go another way.
I said I've done several. I've done 2. Well, actually, I did one on Yahoo, but I've done 2 ESPN drafts.
You're just talking about mock
We do
drafts,
a family,
or you're in those. You're in those leagues, or you just did mock
public
drafts?
leagues.
Okay.
No, public leagues.
Yeah, I ain't even signed up for the leagues yet. I'm just been.
Yeah.
I'm going to do one more year of the public league thing, and then I'll get back into getting on leagues with people I know that want to put money into it.
I'll say this. We haven't done, so we had our main league years ago that included all 3 of us.
Yep. This
plus
ain't your
other
mama's
people that we knew.
league.
Yeah, this ain't your mama's league. And that faded, but now that we're doing this show, we almost kind of have to bring that back. That way us 3 have a league that we're in where we can kind of discuss the happenings in there. Now
we can discuss that in depth off the. I think it may be
well,
time,
that's what I'm saying. And so we have the only other league I do 2 leagues. It's this one, which is my main fantasy football league, and then there's one that's just family. It's a 6-person league, so it's just my family, and that's in an attempt. I mean, you want your kids to be involved in it, give them a reason to watch football on Sunday, you know, make it fun. So you do that. And I say that, or I bring that up to say, see, that's where this Ain't Your Mama's League started going. Was next thing you knew, we had everybody's old lady and one grandma in there.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Again, just to guys who are listening, nothing wrong with having a family league, man. But if you do it, that probably needs to be a separate thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has to be a separate thing, because the fun fantasy football league is always going to be you and your buddies that are going to, you know, have things to say, shit to bat about. Who wants to turn to their old lady?
Page about?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Who wants to sit there and now just picture this, because I'm going to throw this out because I can't be the only one. I'm going to say every other single guy's been there. Who wants to sit there on whatever random night, your old lady's watching Dateline because every chick's into murder for some reason. And
yes, murdering their husband.
They're watching
not
Dateline.
Just murder.
Yeah, they're watching they're watching Dateline about these 8 people that were killed, and they're just into it. Yeah. And you just look over at them, and I mean, what do you suppose? Like, it's like, hey, what do you want to watch? And you're like, so, yeah, what about Jamar Chase last week? That ate your ass up, didn't it? They don't care. I mean, they're just like, okay. So, I'm just saying it's fun to have those fantasy leagues, but what's fun, like I say, is with your buddies or us 3 and 10 other, you know, like-minded folk, where you can sit here and banter back and forth, you know. So we do need to get it back going in some capacity, but I'm just going to say, you know, I'm not ripping. I'm just, we started off good in that league, and then we got to where I'm almost not even joking. I think DJ's grandmother started a team in that league. It was, it was G Mama Roundsaball at something, and it was like, all right, come on, what are we doing? So I'm trying not to be mean, but I think people get what I'm saying when the fun that you have. Again, public leagues I can't get into. Family leagues are fun for your family, but you got to have that league where it's you and other dudes that you can tell to that they effing suck. You know, that's what you want. Again, you want them bragging rights. You want to hit them up on a Tuesday morning and be like, you suck, dude. So,
yeah, one more year.
So, yeah,
I'll do my practice.
But fantasy football fantasy football for me, and I'm sure for other people, what makes it great, the greatest thing about it, not the crap talk, not anything else, is if you're into football, you have a team, so you watch your team, and maybe you pay attention to some other games. But if you're not playing fantasy football, you care about like maybe 1 or 2 games being played out of 15 games the whole weekend. You play fantasy football, you find yourself watching. You got the Raiders and the Browns in a head-to-head. It's a game you would have never turned this game on. Dude, you're glued to the TV. You're like, shut up. Raiders and the Browns are playing. And they're like, who cares? So fantasy football literally gets you in to every single game. And suddenly you can name all 4 receivers plus 2 reserves on every single team. They're like, how do you even know that? And they're like, ugh. So fantasy football to me, like I said, I guess the invention of it or the thought of it, I don't know who did it. Again, maybe that's a fact check thing, James. Is there a guy that invented it? But hats off to that guy, and I want to shake your hand because
it literally started with
people
good. Using the newspaper and a person writing down the stats and figuring it up. I think it's how fantasy football started.
One of the best things. Again, football in itself is fine enough. I'm just saying, fantasy football did take it to another level. So
fantasy sports were invented by Wilfred Bill
Wakenbach.
Guy.
I wish I had. Damn it! I wish I had like a. I don't even know what it'd be, like something you stand up and salute music to. When you said his name, I would have played it, and we could have sat here. Yeah, exactly. America,
He was an
Yeah.
Oakland
Damn.
businessman and minority owner of the Oakland Raiders. He created the first fantasy football league in 1962.
All right. Well,
Jeez.
let's all metaphorically take our hats off to this man right now and give him. Yeah, there you go. Cheers to you, bud. DJ with his water.
Yeah, I'm already drinking all.
He don't even have an empty water bottle. But either way, I'm just saying, fantasy now. I think it's what you're into. You guys, well, I say you guys. DJ is going to be the one to speak to this, James. I think maybe you'll surprise me, but I've tried other sports. So I tried to get into a hockey fantasy league because I was like, that'd be fun. I like hockey, and I've gotten into it over the past few years. I didn't realize going into it, unlike because all I knew was football fantasy, that I got to adjust this lineup every single day of the week because they play 3 times a week. And I'm like, I was so lost. I got beat terribly in that league. So I can only imagine baseball then has to be the same. Basketball has to be the same. So to me, I guess when I say fantasy sports, I'm specifically talking football. Anything else, that's too much damn work. I ain't doing all that. I'm setting one lineup a week. That's it.
Yeah. So, so on the so I did a baseball league for years. And yes, you can have it set up to where it's every day, but the one that we did, it's once a week. And so you just have to set your lineup like on, I think the game started Monday. So Sunday night, you got to have, or before game start Monday morning, you got to have your lineup set. And that lineup is until the end of the next weekend. And then you just, go off of that. I enjoyed that one. It was different than football, different thinking on how to build a team, and I enjoyed it because I ended up winning that league like 3 years in a row before I got bored and was like, I think I'm going to stop playing fantasy baseball. Well, I was winning money
again.
Though,
if it was a once a week thing, I'm just saying I can hang on to that. It's just there's a Monday night game, then there's a Wednesday night game, then there's a Friday game. It's like, oh my god!
So now you did.
That's how I got with that. Hockey
you
league.
did find yourself sitting there, Sunday night you're watching one finish and you're looking to get ready for the next week, and you're like going in there and on your pitch, and you're like, how many games is this team going to play all week? Or they got 2 breaks in the middle of the week? Do I not want to? Yeah, you had to figure that stuff out. That was, but for the most part, it didn't take much thinking to do it. Like I thought way more into fantasy football than I ever did in baseball.
Yeah, when I worked at the newspaper, we had a football league, but those guys were heavy into baseball, so they did baseball and basketball, and I got in on those, and I don't even want to. I have no interest in basketball until either the playoffs start or if it's college, the tournament starts. Other than that, don't even tell me it's going on. Yeah.
Don't care.
and at the time, that was when I was heavy into fantasy football, so I was more up to date on what was going on in the NFL than I am now. So, football's my sport, so that kept me engaged. But the baseball stuff, I watched the Rangers, because, but no, I couldn't do that. I did that for one season, I think, and then I was.
Yeah. And then he switched to the Astros because that's what he does.
Oh, God. We couldn't be friends.
Every other day, James is in his living room banging on a trash can, trying to call.
He's banging on the trash can, hoping Altuve pops out of it.
It's a curveball. We know the signs. Cheating bastards, James.
Yes, cheaters.
Yeah.
Cheaty
Not my team, never will be.
Yeah, don't say never.
Still a Rangers fan.
As soon as you're done with the Rangers, you're headed on down there, buddy.
No.
I told you.
No.
You got no other options. That's where you're going.
Nope.
Are you calling it now Ranger for life?
I've always been Rangers for life. Well, okay. Yeah.
Oh,
I will say that, but I said the same thing about the Mavericks, but after the whole Luka thing, I bailed on them. I just don't watch basketball.
You don't like
at
Cooper?
All. I
You
don't
don't
know.
like Cooper
I haven't
Flag?
watched. I haven't watched. I mean,
Well, that's
I didn't watch a lot of basketball anyway, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd say don't completely bail because Cooper Flag pretty good.
no, I don't care about them. I mean, I care about them. I would, when I was considering myself a fan, I hoped that they won. I mean, I certainly enjoyed watching Dirk.
Yeah. Well,
Win it.
Dirk's the best. So the greatest.
But yeah, not a big basketball fan, so it didn't.
I love how the Homer never leaves. It never leaves the show. It don't matter which direction we go.
Oh,
We've
I've-
gone.
It's not going
I've
to.
We've gone
completely-
sports. We've gone barbecue. We've gone restaurants. I'm just saying. I mean, like
Yeah, it's-
everywhere we go, y'all got boundaries, buddy, and it happens to reside at the state line. I love it. We're gonna keep
mine
coming up with
reside in,
more
like-
shit. I'm gonna.
Like within like 150 miles of myself.
Well,
Like, it don't go
yeah,
very
I mean, I
far.
It's not,
It's
it's not even the state line. It's the county line.
Yeah.
I can't
It's the
help
county
who I,
line for DJ. He's got Hill County. He's like, it's a,
I can't help who I grew up liking. I mean,
Yeah.
and in
You can
spite
just-
of y'all's accusations,
You just
I
draw a
don't
line
jump teams.
at the Metroplex and then go straight down to Austin and come back up. That's it. Avoid
Oh,
Waco.
good Lord.
So make a little deal around Waco. That's it. Yeah. There you
No,
go.
it's in there. You got to
No.
take that with it, DJ.
I'm not
It's in
taking
there.
Baylor.
Yes. Yes, you are.
I will
Yes.
say, I used to enjoy
No, you
going
don't
to the
have to take
Baylor
Baylor,
games
just
when
take
Texas
Waco.
played there. Oh, I'll take Waco. I don't mind Waco. It's not
Dude,
horrible.
Baylor McLean itself, I guess. Just not speaking of the team. I've been to a couple things over there. I like that. I like that place. Honestly,
Yeah, the new
stadium
stadium-
itself,
It's a
I
nice
guess. I like-
stadium,
I like.
but it's
Yeah.
kind it's. I mean, the new stuff. It's like a hospital. It's like sterile. I mean, it doesn't seem to have any personality, but maybe that's just because it's too new.
Floyd
But it is a
Casey
nice
was-
facility. I mean,
Yeah. Floyd Casey
Yeah.
was
It's cool.
dump. But it was just,
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
Floyd
had
Casey.
character.
Yeah.
I never went to that one, but I got to pass it on Valley Mills
Yeah.
when you were headed up, and it was like, wow, that's crappy.
Yeah. It was.
Yep. It was not much to
No,
it.
course.
McLean really is a nice
Of course,
place.
Valley Mills itself wasn't turning any heads in a good way. I mean,
I've been to McLean.
No, I say that it tips it off. I didn't mean to. I'll let you go, DJ. I'm just saying I talk noise about Valley Mills. If I'm getting on Valley, typically I'm coming off 35, right?
Yep.
And now it starts it off with a Bubba's 33 and a Taco Casa. Shoot.
Down
Can't
the
make it
other
very
end, there used to be
far.
a Ponchos.
Yeah, so I
Back
don't
in
know.
the
Maybe
day.
Valley Mills is on the up.
Back in the
Well,
day,
the other-
on the other end of Valley Mills, there was a
Yeah.
Ponchos.
There was a Ponchos now.
Raising the flag across from the Chili's, right?
Oh, yeah.
That was
Yep.
across from the Chili's, right at that intersection.
I
Yep.
think so.
I
There was a
remember that.
CC's
Yeah.
down there. No Ponchos.
See, we're gonna, again, we talk about going different directions. We're not gonna agree on CC's because
Yeah.
DJ is gonna dog CC's. I love some CC's.
I mean, I can handle
I
it.
wish
I'm
there was
just not-
CC's up here.
Man. Yeah.
Dude,
I
every
like
once in a
CC's.
while it hits. It hits
Yeah.
like crack, as they
We
say.
went not long ago and
It
it wasn't
does.
bad, but we also went early. Like I was there when it opened. Like we went in, got the fresh pizza, and nobody was there. And sometimes you go in there in the afternoon.
We know what you're saying, DJ.
and
We
that
know
place
you.
is
We know
being
what you're saying.
destroyed.
I went before other people could show up.
Just destroyed.
You know what? And I want to give CC's a moment here.
He goes early
because-
to CC's and HEB.
Yeah.
No, I'll go to any time to
CC's
HEB.
and you're right, DJ. It's like it's got to be fresh. So
Yeah.
I'm the guy who goes in. It don't matter when I go. I walk up and you get in line, and then like the person's there. I immediately go, "Can I order a pizza?" Like I got to have a fresh one brought to me. But there's so many good ones, dude. The barbecue pizza
Yes,
at CC's.
yeah.
Oh man, there's
Yep.
nothing else like that. I love it. I love it. The barbecue
too.
pizza, the Alfredo cheese pizza, anything there, so good. and then you whip around to their desserts.
Oh yeah, the
Oh,
little
don't
cinnamon
even get me
rolls.
started. Yeah,
They put a
dude,
they put a
CC's.
yeah, they put a
Love
deal
it.
of them out there, and you just walk over and take half of them and go sit back down at your table, like you're gonna share with anybody
And
else
you
at
know
your
everyone's
table.
waiting.
No,
Yeah.
Like everyone's sitting at their table. They're waiting for them to hit that fresh one over there.
yeah.
And then everyone gets up their plate, and you're like, oh, yeah.
Oops, sorry, I
Gotta
just
get
took 12
there.
of them.
Yeah.
Yep.
And what's crazy?
Elbowed 3 little kids getting over there.
Yeah, what's crazy is I'm sure, because it's been, at this point it's been years now for me, but so I don't know what you're paying for a buffet, but back in the day that was a $5 buffet.
Yeah,
it
it's
was
not anymore.
$4.99. Now I know it's not. I'm just saying, imagine that though. It was $5 to go in there and wreck that place.
Yeah.
If you had a $5, you were 40 pieces of pizza.
I have no idea how they're still in business.
In high school, every Thursday during football season, that's where my dad would take me. We'd go to CC's, and I would just carb load, eat as much pizza as I could, and usually half the team was in there eating, and then go home and hope it digests so we get ready for tomorrow.
They could not be putting much into the quality of that, because there's no way they've made money over the years.
I mean, you wouldn't think so. I mean, I would say probably for the most part, though.
I mean, obviously they have, but
for the most part, yeah, you got people come in there, they're going to get a few slices and they're going to go. They're moving in and out.
yeah,
You just got a few of them people that are going to camp out and be like, I'm finna eat
yeah,
a lot.
yeah, 20 slices.
Yeah.
Well, especially when it was high school kids.
Yeah.
You knew, and that was the thing. Just say you worked at a CC's, or maybe you were the manager. You knew when you seen a group of kids come in. I mean, you could almost tell, like, just say it was like 10 football players.
Yeah.
You were like, oh, like we're about to lose it so bad because these dudes are about to wreck this place.
Yes. I think I remember I was in college, and John, your group had went up there to eat one night, like all you younger guys, your team.
Yeah.
And I remember coming in there to eat, and several of them having eating contests and trying to knock down 20-something slices. And I'm just like, good God, guys, where is this going?
And again, like I said, when you're thinking about bad situation, you got a group of kids standing there, like, just say they're grabbing their pizza, and they're like, let's see how many we can eat. If you're making the pizzas, you're like, oh.
Yes. Someone's back there going,
like,
slow down. Don't make it as fast. Make them wait.
And here's the funny thing. So it was, and I'm remembering, so it was $4.99 for the buffet. That didn't include drink. If you wanted a drink, and they gave you 2 different cups at CC.
Yeah.
So if you went in there and you wanted a drink from the, soda or whatever else, you got the red cup.
Yep.
Nobody got that. We would go in there every single time, and it'd be like, you want the drink? No. And they gave you the clear cup, which was just for water. Nobody just got water. You'd get the clear cup, and you were filling it up with whatever you wanted. And then they'd come over there, and they'd be like, hey, the clear cup, that's just for water. And it's like, buddy, you got 18 Dr. Peppers out here right now. Like, what do you want? You going to drink them all, or what are you going to do with them? So I'm just, like James was saying, there was a period of time where they lost so much money.
Yeah.
Like, it was too good of a deal for $5. And even when we're talking about the time, I mean, if we're talking 25 years ago, still, $5 for 40 pieces of pizza and 18 sodas, you lost your ass when we came in there. But either way, all I say is I will never talk noise about CC's. I'm not going to say, obviously, it's not the best pizza I've ever had, not the greatest place I've ever been, but for $5 to eat all you can eat, it may be one of the greatest places I've ever been.
Yeah.
Hey, would you be shocked if I told you
and
that
still today would eat it?
Hey, would you be shocked if I told you that it shows that today, right now, it's $5.99?
It's gone up $1. It's gone.
Now
it really makes me wonder.
On Monday and Tuesday. Either way, you can still go for $5.99.
That ain't my local one.
I was about to say, now it really makes me wonder what's in that pizza. If it's only gone up $1 in 25 years, that is not real cheese. Why does it taste so good?
That was where I got in my habit of and I still do it today. If we get pizza or something, and I know that a lot of people when they talk about eating pizza, it's not just the pizza itself; it's what the dough and the crust. I will not eat. The only crust I eat is what has the toppings on it. When I get to the end,
That's
I
what I
throw
was
that
just gonna
crust to the
say.
side. That's filling. I want the other stuff. I don't want that.
Exactly, and that's my daughter loves going there. I don't go there very much anymore because I always hate myself when I'm done. So I try to avoid it.
He's like, I cannot look myself in the mirror after I go to CC.
I can't.
He's walking out.
I can't
Shame on
breathe.
you.
I can't move.
He goes in the bathroom like this. He's like, I can't do it.
But I'll take her there, and I mean, surprisingly for such a little girl, she can pack it away.
Yeah.
But yeah, she sits there and I look over and she's eating the crust. I'm like, what the hell are you doing? Like, no.
And
On a buffet?
so-
no.
Yeah, you're not
So,
taking full advantage.
Yeah.
I'm torn on this because I side with you guys on the eat where there's toppings. I do. But then there's other times, again, you go to some place like CC's where it's like unlimited ranch. Then, yeah, I'll grab the stack of crust that everyone's throwing out and I'll start dipping it in ranch and eating it.
No,
So
I
I'm
can
kind
just
of
go
on
get
both
more
sides of
pizza.
this. I'm
can just
kind
go
of
get
on
more
both
pizza.
sides. All right.
Hey man, you want to eat crust? We'll order a pizza at the house,
Yeah, I'm
or
finna say
we'll make one or whatever.
you and a can fight over mine because that's usually what happens. Is eat like one. Oh, sorry, crap. I have to get rid of that. She'll eat one piece of pizza.
We're rolling with it.
Yeah.
You might
She'll
as well
eat
hold
one-
a picture of her up.
She'll eat one piece of pizza, and then I'll sit there and eat my pizza, but I have the crust, and she'll be just like, "Can I just have your crust?" Like, sure, have at it.
A good, when we're talking about like restaurants and where I was kind of headed with this is like, there's obviously everyone's got restaurants they like, places they like to go, but that's like I guess my number one is if I find a pizza place that's just like amazing, I think that may be my favorite, best find of anything, like food wise, is
So
a badass pizza. If you
Y'all
get a really
know-
good pizza,
yeah,
nothing beats it to me.
you know how I have went down the barbecue thing and just like love barbecue, and now y'all all mess with me about barbecue. Pizza has now become my. I just want pizza instead of barbecue.
Yeah,
Probably because
I'll say
barbecue's
this
too damn
about
expensive
barbecue.
now.
And yeah, well, yes, that's actually a good point. But barbecue too is like, it's like heavy. Like, and
Yes,
maybe
yeah.
somebody, like maybe you can just like eat it. I don't know. But it's one of them things that like, it's awesome. You get some good barbecue, it is really good. But it's not something, it's like you hit a wall with it.
One meal.
Pizza's one of them things. You think you hit a wall, and
Yeah.
then you're stuffing in so much more to where you're like miserable. You're sitting over there, you're like, oh my God. Pizza's one of those things to where even when your body goes, stop eating, you're like, no. You're like, no, it's too good. I'm going to keep doing it. So
Yeah, your
pizza
body's
will
like,
keep you going.
no more. You can't eat anymore. And then you wait about 10 minutes and you walk by the box and you're like, you know what? One more slice. We'll go with that.
yeah,
Yeah.
one more will work. So
Yeah, that's what I told you earlier. I was making pizza like I was. I made square pies in the little oven that we have in there, and turned out pretty good. I like them.
a good pizza's hard to beat, and there are some good ones down there. Like I say, CC's will be a lifelong respect to you guys. And I'll hit you up at some point. You're not on the top of the list these days when I make the trip. But one that I do need to put on there, and I think I will just next time, was Rolos. Rolos.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know if it's still the same, but if it is, that was another spot where you'd go in there and get your mind blown.
It's not quite the same,
action.
but it's pretty close. It's still good. Yeah.
DJ and I hit the ultimate just because if we're going to talk pizza and the ultimate spots,
Chicago.
when we hit Chicago, yep, and we got now Geno's East, you can buy
Geno's.
these things frozen, you can order them. I get that. But to go there, like the one time both of him and I have been there, to go there and get that, yeah, you can't replicate it, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, that stuff is
That
for
was
real.
that was
that was
cool,
pretty crazy.
definitely the best, like a memorable stop to go in there and eat, sit at the bar, go walk around,
Well,
and see all the pictures and autographs and stuff of the people that you have been in there. Yeah, that and that's not even to mention that that pizza's just awesome, and you ain't getting very far in it. You can eat a ton of other pizza, you ain't getting that far in a deep dish.
No.
Well, and it's one of those things that I guess if you just say you have something and it's like this person or this place can do it this one way, because Gino started branching out. They opened that one up by the football stadium there in Arlington.
Yeah. I don't think it's.
And I've been there.
Good catch.
Like I'm just saying. I remember working up there. I went there, and again, it's not like when you have it, it's bad. It's just not the same.
It's not.
They opened up one down in San Antonio too. Same thing. I hit that one, and it's just like, not that it's bad, just not the same. So
yeah, we went to that one. I think, I guess the one up in Arlington,
and I did.
And and you were saying it was not quite the same.
Yeah.
Not that it ain't going to be better than a Tombstone, but it's just not it's not that. You can't replicate that. So, yep, one of our many, now I'm not going to say flaws, but one of our many characteristics on this show is we bite onto the least significant conversation and we just we run with it. So we'll stop the pizza conversation. We don't have to keep going. But
hey,
if you're watching the show,
meanings,
if you're watching, you can see that two of us are overweight, excessively obese.
Yeah.
John is 10 toes down for CC's.
Yeah, 10 toes down for CC's. It's not it's not the go-to though, like for me. So when you talk about, I mean, obviously, you go there, but what I'm saying, like go-to, like late night, well, they're not open late night, but I'm just saying late night, you're hanging out, you're doing whatever you're doing, you finished your fantasy draft, you're hungry. So my go-to, and I've kind of got two, I guess, that I'd have to put neck and neck. I already know where you guys are going with this, and we've probably covered that before. But to me, because I don't have that, and even if I did, Taco Bell is my number. To me, you cannot beat Taco Bell. And let's put a time stamp on this. Post 11 p.m.
Yes.
Post 11 p.m., you cannot beat Taco Bell. Now, that's a fun time, and the reason I picked that time is because at 11 o'clock, if you've got a Whataburger available to you, you can get breakfast. So now you have to compete with Whataburger breakfast at 11 o'clock and Taco Bell. But anyways, I'm just saying, or when I said there was a second, Jack in the Box. To me, Jack in the Box, Taco Bell, if I'm talking midnight snack, can't beat them. Can't beat them. But I will say this, if I had a Whataburger available, it wouldn't be Whataburger daytime menu. It'd be breakfast. 11 o'clock beyond, I would be doing some Bob's and some taquitos. I'd be hitting it up. So.
And for those of you that don't know him and are hearing him say this, we literally have all been hanging out at my house. And he hangs around. Like, we're all having a good time, but you know what he's doing. And come 11 o'clock, he's like, "Ooh, taquitos!"
Getting tired.
Then he's got time to go, and he leaves. Go get him taquitos.
Like I said, I'll give him in the whole argument of Whataburger. I'll give him this, and I've said this and admitted it. Breakfast fast food, there is none better than Whataburger. Breakfast is the hands down best fast food breakfast.
I had taquitos,
there's
and not just one thing either.
Yeah.
I went with
I do that again. If they had
good.
their breakfast menu all day, I would have never tried Whataburger lunches. Like, if it was an all day thing, I still wouldn't even know what a number 2 tastes like. Yeah, their breakfast is that good. It's so good. So
good.
When you can't get the breakfast, if I have to pick one, it's not because it's my favorite, but midnight Taco Bell just hits different than it does at noon. Maybe you don't like Taco Bell at noon. Try it at midnight. That stuff hits. James, how much Taco Bell have you thrown up in your time?
I don't know if it was Taco Bell.
James is well, I'm just curious because he's like he seems to hit the way James's body works is he can come in, he can take it all in, beverage wise. He can do just fine. You can hang out for 12 straight hours. He can do it. There's a clock though. The minute he leaves that situation, there's a clock that starts ticking for him. It's like tick, 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 tick.
Yeah, and it's
so
a quick
he's got
one.
so much time to yeah, he's got so much time to eat and get the hell home, I guess, if that's where he's going. Because there's been plenty of times
where I haven't even
where
ordered yet. I'm in line.
He's in the drive-thru. Yeah. So James
has
I
been
guess
cheered on
by
before as he's puking in the drive-thru.
Yeah. His body at some point goes, okay, now let's take all this that we've done over the last 10 hours and get rid of that.
Yeah.
We're not hanging on to it. And maybe that's a good thing. Like I said, I don't do that. I don't throw up easy. I have. But honestly, I mean, I'm 43. I mean, on less than one hand, on I was about to name drop again, on a hand with less than 5 fingers. I could count. I could count the number of times I've puked because I don't do that. James, on the other hand, like I said, it's kind of a process with him. And like he said, maybe it's drink, eat, then puke, but depending, maybe it's drink, puke, then order, then eat,
Sometimes,
then move on.
Sometimes it is. It's variable.
He is the puker of the group for sure.
Sometimes,
although I've had my share.
See things.
I don't think I've ever seen, and I'm not saying. I mean, obviously he has, I'm sure, but I've never seen DJ puke. But maybe it's because of it, with his stages, it's drink, eat, and
Sleep.
then close off. Like for some reason, DJ can't wear linens when he no fabric works for him once he's had enough to drink. He's got to start coming out of it. So maybe that detours the puking. That's what replaces it.
You know what?
Get naked.
Maybe because the only time that I have seen him puke is in a setting where there were a lot of people around, so he couldn't take the clothes off. So maybe if he keeps the clothes on, he has to puke.
Imagine the struggle in his head as he realized it. He's looking around and he's like, I'm not going to be able to take my clothes off. I'm going to have to puke. Damn it.
I've had my share. The latest one a couple of years ago, and me and Vodka went on a run, and that was the night my wife and them got me home, and I sat in the recliner, and they got me speaking of Whataburger, got me a patty melt to try to get things. I needed that and some Advil, and
try to cover it up.
Yeah. So they said I sat in the recliner and I took a bite of the patty melt, and I kind of remember bits and pieces, and I was like, I was just sitting there smacking on it. Yeah. They said I was sitting there smacking on it, really like, and I was like, this is so dry. And then right after that, I just went all over myself. Yeah. Yeah. And I thought I was doing a good thing because apparently I was like trying to catch it in my hands. And I was slinging it.
He's got his shirt up like this, like he's like, I got it though. He's like, we're okay.
There's nothing better than, well, I say nothing better. Maybe it's nothing worse than you have a night like that, and then of course you ain't gonna remember most of it. You're gonna pass out, and then you wake up in the morning to someone just staring angrily at you because they
To
had to
very
deal with your crap.
judgmental,
Yeah,
very judgmental glares.
yeah. And you're just kind of like, it happened. Yep.
Well, we've all been there. And yeah, the judgmental glares, maybe that's the worst part. Because again, when you're in the moment, obviously you don't care. I mean, you're just
No.
things are bad and you know it. Like it's gone downhill and you're just trying to get through it yourself. But the aftermath of it and the looks and the stares, when you know, even if you don't remember fully, you just know it didn't go good.
Yeah.
You're just like, oh,
someone else had to
we've all
deal with
had
my
these.
crap. Yep.
I was going to say, and now we've talked about me and DJ, and you
Yeah.
might not puke.
Yeah.
Someone
But-
urinates
I don't.
in
Yeah.
random places.
Yeah, and that's a true story. Yeah, and it's what's funny is it's exactly what I was thinking about when you were talking about the judgmental looks, because mine happened to be an entire party of people that included my family, but yeah, on one really good one, and that's probably one of the more epic ones of my history, and maybe even the most epic one of my history. But yeah, I did. I lost control of bodily functions a couple times, and then and I also fell several times. So I remember waking up in the morning, and I mean, I say this, I don't even think I've ever gotten like the full story because I think she's too embarrassed to tell me exactly what happened. But I know I did, again, with the bodily functions, lost control at maybe times that people otherwise wouldn't. And I think I started crying a couple times. That I was told, but then following that up with laughing uncontrollably at whatever I was crying at. It was a tough night. And then what I do remember, I guess, because that, again, you got to be told that stuff. What I do remember is I wake up the following morning and we're on family vacation with you guys and all of your family. So we're out there 15 people, or whatever, how many people are there. And I wake up. Now, I don't sleep late. I mean, even on late nights, I don't sleep late. I wake up and I remember it was like 10 in the morning. So I was like, damn, what happened? I go into the bathroom and I've got like a cut on my eye. I've got a gash like behind my ear and no recollection of what happened. I'm just like, man, what the hell? And my head hurt. I mean, not like a headache. Like it hurt like where these marks were. I'm like, what happened? And
Not
either way,
here or here so much.
No, right here. And we're out on the beach. So at 10 in the morning, all you guys, everybody but me, is out on the beach. So I look out the window from the house and I can see everyone's out there, right? So I do what I got to do. I gather my shit and I walk out there. I come over the sand dune and I start walking out on the beach, and almost like it was rehearsed, an entire group of people turn around and just look at me. And that is the moment, it don't have to be this moment I'm discussing, but I think most people know this moment. When that moment happens, you go, oh, what happened? Like, what did I do?
That night
And
before,
it was like
I witnessed a man try to walk on water. And that was my sign to take my rear into bed. It was not going to be good the rest of the night. I was like, yep, I'm out. I've seen that look before.
Water, it starts to look solid. Like, anyway. It's
good times.
So, yeah, we've all had those nights. And that one for me, like I said, when I say it, I've never had a night like that. James, I'm glad you did make it that night. Good job.
And shout out to our current #1 fan for that one. I know he's going to be listening to this, so thanks for delaying that trip. but I mean, the story is that you fell. I still think your wife was in there whooping the shit out of you.
I mean, honestly, she should have. She
She
should have
just
been.
told
If
you
it
you
was,
fell.
yeah, if it was at that point, she has every right. I'm not mad at her for that. She should have been. Because, like I said, when I say I lost control of bodily, it wasn't like I'm not saying I peed the bed because I don't think I did.
No, you
I got
made it.
up and I think I used like an air vent in the floor,
Yes.
like it was a toilet. As a matter of fact, I think that's what I'm told. Like I just wandered over to an air vent in the floor and I'm like, let it go. So that a bad moment. I mean, I
Do
do
you know what?
think I fell because but she had every right to be beating the ever living whatever out of me that night. So
If you
even
ever
if that's
wonder
what happened,
if you ever wonder what
good with it.
Fireball can do, there it is. 'Cause I'm pretty sure that's where it started.
it is.
Fireball.
That is exactly where it started. Ugh.
Yeah.
And like
It's
most
been
people,
banned.
once you have an experience like that, once you have an
No more.
experience like that, and who knows what it was, it could have been different things. But for me, it's Fireball is one of the things. Like if someone has that, like I never drink it. I did that night, but that's not like I don't buy it. Like that's not like a go-to thing for me. But once you have a bad experience on something, that is forever burnt in your mind.
Yep.
And you don't want it no more. And again, I'm sure you guys have whatever that is for you. Maybe it's like maybe it's like some Everclear. Maybe it's like, whatever. I'm just saying, once that happens to you and you have that night on it, you forever swear. You're like, I'll drink. I will never drink that again. Like, no way.
Mine is Jim Beam Black and Coors Banquet.
That just sounds gross.
Not together. Not together.
Good.
Two separate incidents.
Hold on. What were you having the night you were dressed as the Aggie and you were face down in the yard at the Halloween party?
That wasn't.
And we don't have to talk. I'm talking drinks. I'm talking drinks here. What were you drinking?
Was that one the absinthe?
I
think that was absinthe.
Yes, and
Good
trash
Lord.
can punch.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I was wearing all the
I didn't.
trash
That
can
felt great.
punch.
I didn't hit the trash can punch. You were the
You didn't
one.
make it that
I know
far.
DJ puked that night. No, I didn't. That was an early night for me. I wasn't face down though. I was passed out in my Jeep with the door open, running down my battery.
Yeah, running the battery down.
Cost me a night of partying and a battery.
Well, the reason I ask is because it was such an early turnout, and that's what I was going to warn people is like, there are some things you can stretch out into the night. Stay away from those things that end your night at like 7 p.m., like before it even began. So I don't know, maybe, all right, so Coors Banquet and you say Jack Daniels Black?
Jim Beam Black.
Jim Beam Black, okay.
DJ was
Don't
there
ever
for that
drink
one.
that. You know what? Don't ever drink Jim Beam Black, regardless of the time or whatever.
Yeah.
Don't
I blame
ever do
DJ
that
for that one.
I mean, you're blaming me for
another
it.
one I'll throw out: Skittles vodka.
Yeah.
Never drink that ever.
Yeah,
Ever.
no.
Even if it's
Even if
late in
there's
the
a
night,
fire.
just leave it alone. Even if there's a fire, leave it alone. Jägermeister is another one. You may think you can do it, you can't.
Yeah,
I'll take a shot.
There's
Jaeger's in small amounts.
There's
You
never
don't
been
need
a
to
fight
sit
that Jaeger's lost. Jaeger and Father Time are undefeated, and they will never be beaten. So just don't even try. I
blame you for the Jim Beam Black, DJ.
there. Why? I don't remember what night
Because that was at your place. That was the night you had to. DJ drugged me out of the bathroom.
Oh, that was the night you locked yourself in the bathroom and laid against the door, and we couldn't get you out. And then he was like puking in my bathtub. That's
To
right.
make sure you were alive.
He threw up in the bathtub, and then his wife had to come clean it up because I was too drunk to clean it up. Yeah.
Hey.
Well, like I say, these are lessons learned for some of our younger viewers. There are some
They won't
things
listen.
that you may find yourself getting into, and maybe we can help you out by saying, hey, pump the brakes a little bit on these things. So that's what we're talking about is, you'll know when you're getting there. The problem is situationally when you're having that, when you're just in it, you're in that zone. It don't stop you, and everybody's been there. Just do what you can do. You don't have to flex.
Yeah. No need to do that. And there was no need for me to ever start doing that.
Or you know what? Go ahead and drink those things because that's a later problem. That's
That's it.
that's
Well,
for
I mean,
later. That's for
sometimes
later
it's
and
not-
tomorrow.
No, sometimes it's not for that much later. That's what I'm
No.
saying. There's some things that hit quick.
Yeah.
Again, I brought up, I don't know how many people know what, and I don't even know what Skittles vodka is. The only thing I can tell you by witnessing other people drinking this is that's not a later problem. That's in about 15 minutes problem.
Yeah. If that.
That's
And
coming
then-
quick.
And then you find out
That's
what
got
all
a
the colors of the rainbow
Yeah.
do when they mix together.
Yeah. Skittles vodka's got a closing speed of like a 4.2940. As soon as you get it, it's closing on your ass. It's going to be there quick. It's a hell of a defender. Yeah,
That was a
it's
funny
not going to
one,
let
too.
you get
Yeah.
far. No one's ever taken it to the house, per se, on Skittle vodka.
Yeah.
You don't catch that pass and take it to the house.
I've
You
never seen
catch
it
it and get your
happen.
you catch it and you get your helmet knocked off and you're out for the season. That's the way that goes. In football terms, I
Yeah,
guess,
yeah.
you know.
Might be out
Yeah,
for the
you
next
can't-
couple seasons.
Yeah, you catch the linebacker coming across the middle every time with Skittle vodka. So anyway, that's a good fun show. Few personal stories and good times that I guess kind of only relate to us. But it goes back, just I guess to close that out. It goes back to on these nights, and what started this is if you're having a night like this, what you typically need is a cap on the night. And my cap, Taco Bell, Jack in the Box. That's my cap on that. When that night happens, I'm in these days, I guess, in these ages, I'm DoorDash. I may do it after this podcast. I don't. Dude, I will DoorDash an ultimate cheeseburger, no shit, and like 26 tacos. Like a ridiculous amount of tacos.
Yep. I was just fixing to ask you what you hit up at Taco Bell if it was the ultimate. Yep. That's the order. And some tacos, yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, dude, I've went there so many times and we'll go there and I'll have my wife with me or whatever and she'll be laughing as we pull up because we know how embarrassing our order's fixing to be because no shit, we never go easy on the tacos. Like the other stuff is normal. It's like, hey, maybe I want a sourdough jack or maybe I want the ultimate or, we'll order some stuff. But then it gets to the moment of embarrassment and it's like, and you almost mumble it. You're like, I want 29 tacos. and they're like, I'm sorry, what was that? And you're like, 32 tacos. And they're like, did you say 32 tacos? And you're like, yeah. and you just hear like I said, it's a shameful moment that you're just like, ah. But I know that I'm going to tear up like 10 of those tacos myself, me and the boys. I'm just saying. And then you want 3 or 4 left over for the next morning that you can pop in the microwave, so, oh, dude, it's like I said, I'm not ashamed, but am ashamed to say we have been in that predicament so many times to where I've had to repeat the taco order because I know they heard what I said. They just didn't believe it. They just didn't believe it. They were like, I know you didn't just say 32 tacos. Like I did. And I know the routine. I'll pull around to spot number 1 and we'll sit there for 30 minutes and wait on the order. Oh, shoot. But yeah, if it's not that, like I said, Taco Bell, and that's what I'm saying. At the end of every hard night, you need a good cap. Taco Bell, Jack in the Box. And again, if you got a Whataburger available to you after 11, man, taquitos, a whole bag of them.
And anyone that would question why someone who wants 32 tacos would go to Jack in the Box instead of Taco Bell has obviously not had the Jack in the Box tacos.
Exactly.
Dude, we're at 2 hours and 20 minutes.
Yeah.
That we would go into 3 hours explaining how good Jack in the Box tacos are. If you did know, like if you know, you know, but if you don't know, Yeah, that's a long explanation. I mean, yeah. There's something about a really greasy fried taco at
With
midnight
a slice
that
of cheese in
it
it.
just,
with a
yeah, it
slice
just
of
hits the
cheese.
spot, buddy. Oh,
So
shoot.
good.
Well, all right. Jimmy,
Yep.
anybody that wants to listen a little bit more Deep Burn podcast, where do they find it?
YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcast. And when you get there, leave us a comment, subscribe,
No.
follow, share it.
All right. Do we have an email? Why do I always got to ask?
We do, but I think we established last time that me and you were
And then, all right,
dating ourselves by saying,
we need to, yeah, no,
send
we
us
need
an
to work
email.
on this though. Like
Yeah,
your
send us
pitch,
a-
because there's also some. I
Oh,
can't
yeah.
say that on air. There's
My
also
bad.
some questionable Instagram BS that you've set up too.
no, there's not. It's not questionable. If you go to Spotify, YouTube, or Apple Podcast, you will see that it's pulled directly from that. Go to Instagram and check out our Instagram
Sure.
page.
Yeah, tell them
We've
to go
got-
to that.
We've got 2 posts up so far with more on
All
the
right.
way. And
All
send
right,
us an
guys.
email.
Yep.
We're gonna practice a sign off next time where James hits all these things like just fluidly, like just, and maybe it's just me, but yeah, all right. If we don't quit drinking during these, they're never gonna end well. They're always just gonna end like this. So never mind. It's always gonna be a mess.
deepburnpodcast@gmail.com.
There we go. Deepburn@gmail. That's where we're at. Jack,
Deep Burn Podcast.
hit us up.
Shout out to Jack for commenting, and then shout out to Mike's Candy in wherever Colorado for the cards.
It's Mike's Stadium.
Yeah, you said candy.
Something.
What's he
DJ.
talking
It's
about?
it's like
DJ.
Mike's Stadium memorabilia or
Yeah.
cards or something.
Yeah.
Either way,
That was a J-Rock
Mike's-
reference, DJ. Give it
yeah.
the program.
You're right. All right, guys.
Yeah.
That's it. We will see y'all
Peace
in
out.
episode 9. And I don't know why these things are going 2.5 hours now, guys.
I don't
Yeah,
either.
because they're fun.
We're gonna I don't know if we're keeping this trend up or if we're just going way too long. But
both.
again, we'll see you
All right.
guys next time.
All right, y'all.